I'm Yoshi Lomax, superstar attorney at law and fugitive.
So, you're the famous Yoshi Lomax.
Probably more infamous. I'm on the run from the federal government for crimes that I didn't commit.
Gentlemen, I'm Deputy U.S. Marshal Sharon Starr. I'll be taking things from here.
Not to mention being on the hit list of at least 3 of Miami's major crime bosses.
I wanted to apologize in person for leaving so abruptly last night.
Welcome back.
That's Vladimir Kuznetsov, a Russian crime boss. He's been a suspect in over a dozen missing person cases.
I mean, I didn't get here to be this successful for doing things the American way.
I need a list of the jury for my case with Honshu.
Oh, really? What's that worth to you? Oh my God, you're such a good...
Mr. Santana is to be released upon processing.
So what do you know about Sheldon Chisholm?
What do you want to know about him?
I really need to know if you're going to take my case. I don't have time to play, Miss Lomax.
Money is not a problem. You know anything about his case?
It's being handled by agents in my field office.
I've learned that in this game of life, in order to win,
Ready to dance?
you gotta play dirty. You might look at me and see a beautiful, confident, successful woman.
Congratulations, counselor. Yet another win.
But underneath, I'm flawed. I'm broken. And I'm scared. So I have no choice but to run until I can find a way to clear my name.
Miss Lomax is now considered a fugitive of the United States. Catching fugitives is my business, which makes her my suspect. You and your associates are relieved.
Look. She killed one of our own.
But I will not give up.
All right, people, listen up. Get a picture of Miss Lomax out there so the public knows what she looks like.
I will not give in.
Okay. People, we got a game plan. Let's break and execute.
I will not get caught.
Time to go hunt.
Chastity, the social media influencer and rockstar killer. Maria, from Miami. And Lucy, aspiring actress. Sydney, hip-hop lover and writer, so I'm told. And my quiet one, Mackenzie. Well, hello, ladies. I'm Bella. I have a question for everyone. Why do you think rich men cheat? Control.
I'm going home.
Don't go.
Attention.
You bring the total package to the table. You just need the right friends.
Are you my friend?
No, but you can be mine.
And power.
I stuck my neck out for you.
Thank you!
And I pulled the strings to get you onto this show.
Take all 3 away, and he becomes desperate.
So what's with the apples?
Well, it represents knowledge, wisdom, beauty, and power. Here, you will learn how to gain ownership of all.
I'm gonna send you the money for the ticket, and I already have your room set up at the Palms.
You do that, babe. Because once you have possession of the apple, no man alive will have power over you.
You make it sound so easy.
Oh, it's not easy.
Right, look, I'm sorry.
Save it! Save it!
I get no auditions.
I'm gonna stop you right there.
I get no callbacks.
I really need to get upstairs. They stole all my money.
I don't know who the fuck you think you are,
but you're no better than the rest of us.
Right now, they have a do not disturb until this afternoon. If they call you, great.
How is he gonna call me if he doesn't?
If not, charge it to the game.
Make no mistake, ladies. In order to succeed in this game, you must be willing to play it out till the very end.
This business is all types of savage.
What are you doing?
But if you follow my blueprints, I guarantee you will become a millionaire within the next 3 years. Possibly way earlier. So, are you ready to take that step?
Another day, another dollar. Ain't about money, don't you holler. 100 miles and racing, and that money conversation been my only motivation, yeah.
Up, y'all, this is Rayon Lawrence, and you're watching Real Talk with the Director.
Hey everyone, it's your girl Catherine Nunez, and you're watching Real Talk with the Director and the Council on the IE Network.
Real Talk.
Hey, I'm Gina Lou, and you're listening to Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
Hey, what's up? It's Logan Browning, and you're listening to Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
Real Talk.
Hi, this is Alana De La Garza, and you're listening to Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
Hi, I'm Diane Franklin from Better Off Dead and Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures. You're listening to Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
Hi, this is Monique Capri, and you are watching Real Talk with the Director on Blog Talk Radio.
Hey, I'm Stormy Maya, and you are listening to Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
It's Vicky Judy, Orange is the New Black, and I'm here with Real Talk.
Yo, what up? This is Jay Ellis, and you're watching Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio. Keep it locked.
Hi, I'm Rita Park, and you're listening to Real Talk Radio with the Director. Hey, I'm Issa Rae, and you're watching Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
And nothing less. What's good? Welcome to another edition of Real Talk with the Director and the Jedi Council. I'm the Director, in case you didn't know. You haven't been watching. But we'll be with you for the next 120 minutes or so. Real Talk is brought to you each and every Monday by B2S Media. We broadcast live via the World Wide Web on youtube.com/IE Network TV. And, of course, the social network itself, Facebook, a.k.a. Meta. And also on Twitter. Soon to not be on Twitter too much because I'm announcing today. I don't think I want to mess with Twitter anymore since the big, billionaire jerk is now running it. But the guy who thinks that, cars should be ran by computers, you should have known right then and there not to mess with him. But anyway, so I don't know. We may make our exit from Twitter and maybe go over to Twitch or something like that. I don't think I want to mess with Twitter no more. I ain't supporting that. Anywho, another day. Another day, another dollar. Yeah, you just heard the someone asked about the song, and it's actually a song called The Balcony. It's by none other than the artist named Low, L.O. Flow Hot. That's basically what he's called. And he's you can check him out at Who's Low 258, because that's how he be doing it round the clock, not 24/7, 25/8. That's what he does. So check him out. He has the theme. So we used his song as a theme song for our upcoming series Groupie pilot. It just fits. It's a perfect fit. He's got more stuff on that one. Once the show comes out, soon to be coming out on Tubi. Once it comes out on Tubi, we're gonna drop like a little soundtrack to it, and it'll have a lot of cool stuff on there. Some nice artists. So you saw at the beginning of the show, of course, the trailer for Groupie will soon be on Tubi, sooner than later. Probably sometime. It's this winter. Let's just say this winter. Same thing with Playing Dirty. So it's gonna be a hot winter. It's gonna be a hot winter. It's gonna be a nice warm winter. Playing Dirty is also scheduled to debut on Tubi this winter. So we'll keep you posted. Check your local list. No, not check your local listings. Just check Tubi. We'll keep you posted. Anywho, man, it is now the 7th. Today is this Monday, the 7th of November. Shout out to Heaven Hollywood, who just had a birthday over the weekend. It just passed. His birthday was Friday, November 4th. Shout out to my brother, Heaven Hollywood. Happy birthday. Obviously, I said it to you a million times already, but, you know, it's all good. Hold up a second. Let me send this link, man. Kev the link. Yeah, so once again, man, you know, a lot of stuff going on. The DCU, no longer the DCEU. It is now the DCU. The DC universe or whatever is now has a new as The Rock has been warning y'all about, but it ain't the person who I thought it would be, but there is a new regime. So yeah, they're under new management. James Gunn has taken over the the DCU, and him and along with what's the guy's name, Saffron or whatever. You know, but that guy's been with DC for a while. He doesn't surprise me. Gunn, I didn't see coming. I definitely didn't see Gunn coming, but nevertheless, he is here. And he's got some big plans for the DCU, which also includes, obviously, the return of Superman, which obviously Dwayne Johnson had a lot to do with. And going forward, man, he's going to be the conductor of this train to try to, the right train to try to get everything back on track. No pun intended. Try to get everything back on track for DC. Warner Brothers DC. I mean, they've been a lot of ups and downs, taken a lot of hits, made a lot of bad decisions. Also had a lot of controversy surrounding them and a lot of things with the Joss Whedon stuff. And, how he was working with the actors. And then you got Jeff Johns and all these other people that behind the scenes that was, going head to head with Ray Fisher and so a lot of things controversy wise. And they've got a lot, from movies that didn't do what they expected them to do, the Snyder cut, the Snyder cut, this ongoing battle between, really, it ain't even between, I can't even say it was between Zack Snyder and Warner Brothers. It was Warner Brothers on the witch hunt for Zack Snyder for some reason. They wanted to, I don't know what the hell they wanted to do. They wanted to erase Zack Snyder, whatever he did. So all of that stuff is about to make a turn, hopefully for the better. James Gunn is most definitely not interested in going away from Snyder's vision. But of course, he's a creative himself, so he's going to employ some of his vision. But he realizes that because he is a creative, that Zack Snyder probably had the best route or direction for DC at the time. Now you got to tweak it a little bit, throw a little salt and pepper on it. Throw a little mustard on the hot dog and get it out there to the world. So we'll see how that goes. So weekend recap brought to you by boxofficemojo.com. Okay, for the weekend of November 4th through the 6th. Number 5, Pray for the Devil. I ain't praying for the devil, but cool title. Pray for the Devil. At 3.9 million. Number 4 was Smile. 4 million dollars over the weekend. Number 3 is Ticket to Paradise. Made 8.5 million over the weekend. Number 2, One Piece film, Red, 9.3 million. And number 1 this week, pulling in another 18 mil, Black Adam, which now brings Black Adam's worldwide total gross to 321 million. So there you have it. That is the weekend recap. That was good. It snatched another 18 mil before Black Panther comes out. It shuts down the box office. But so that's cool, man. That's your weekend recap, and here we go. Also, this we're gonna talk a little bit about some of the trending topics. We'll continue with the DC talk, and of course, we're going to continue finally our tournament. We are doing a tournament of the greatest TV or the hottest TV females of all time. This tournament has been going on. We've had the Field of 64. We've had the 32. Are we in the 32 now? I think we're in the 32. We're deciding who goes to the Sweet 16. So now this round, I believe, I'm not sure. I think this might be the last round of this bracket, and we might be going into Sweet 16 next time. So it's getting hot. It's getting cutthroat. It's heating up. So we're gonna get that popping in a little while, a little bit later. And yeah, so that's how it is, man. We got other trending topics. Let's look and see what's going on as I bring in my Jedi Council. A second. Oh, by the way, of Jedi Council, the new Star Wars animated series that's on Disney Plus. It's called what is it called? Something of the Jedi, Path of the Jedi, or something of the Jedi. But it's like 6 short stories, about 20 minutes a piece. That really kind of what they're doing with this is they're kind of setting up. They're filling some blanks from Clone Wars, and they're really setting up Ahsoka, in my opinion, with this series, with this mini series, because they actually showed Ahsoka's origin. I think it's Path of the Jedi or something like that, and they're showing Ahsoka's origin. They showed her when she was born, when she was a little baby. They also showed a little bit of Count Dooku's origin, which is very interesting. Very interesting. So we'll talk about it real quick. I'm bringing my Jedi Council. What's up, brother?
What's going on?
What's going on?
What's going on for everybody? How's everybody doing?
Yo, man, we chilling. Yo, listen. So, is it called The Path of the Jedi? What is the name of that series? It is the
right. This.
Let me just see right now. I was just watching it too, and I don't remember. Of the Jedi. Tales of the Jedi. That's what it's called. It's Tales of the Jedi, which is the newest animated series for Star Wars on Disney Plus. Very cool, man. I'm not gonna complain that it was too short because I thought it was cool. They gave you enough of little fill-in stories to set up a lot of things. You had a little bit of Count Dooku's background when he was a Jedi. Talks, shows him, and I didn't realize, and I'm sure I probably just missed it somewhere in dialogue. I didn't even realize that Dooku's apprentice was Qui-Gon.
Yep.
I might have missed it in dialogue. I don't know how missed it, but I was like, wait a minute. I said, okay, that's young Qui-Gon. And then I'm like, that's Count Dooku. Holy crap. Very cool. It showed when he actually turned to the dark side, or like his final turn to that. Very similar to Anakin's. Palpatine corrupted him just like he corrupted Anakin. And same type of deal. Do it, Anakin, do it. The same old instigating ass Emperor. Played by what's his name? Ian McDermott.
Oh yeah.
He actually voiced it in this series, which was cool. And Qui-Gon, once he got older in one of the episodes, he was voiced by Liam Neeson. But young Qui-Gon, interesting enough, was voiced by Liam Neeson's son. Actually voiced young Qui-Gon. So that was pretty cool. So you got to see a little bit of Qui-Gon Jinn's origin, Dooku. You saw the big birth of Ahsoka, and they actually picked up parts. Now, this series is not for the non-Star Wars fan. I'm going to tell you that, because there's some episodes where they're jumping right into like the middle of episodes from the Clone Wars. Like, if you didn't watch the Clone Wars series, you're gonna be completely confused, because like they have like this one part in this series where they show where Ahsoka, right after Ahsoka basically removed the chip from that clone that she was with. I forget his name right now, Rex. And they kind of just showed that episode ended with them with a scene from the Clone Wars where she supposedly turned herself in, but he was, if you didn't see it, there's no point in me explaining it. But if you saw it, you know what I mean. It also shows a little bit about her training with Anakin, how Anakin was, extreme with his training because he was trying to teach her certain things. It was pretty cool. It went into a lot. You saw Dooku change to the dark side. You saw how he really, everything about it, his extremeness, and Qui-Gon kind of trying to bring him back, like, hey, it was cool. And how he was very upset by the passing of Qui-Gon, which he felt that he could actually turn Qui-Gon. He thought he could turn Qui-Gon to the dark side because he was like, that was his apprentice, and he was like, oh, and he actually went to Palpatine complaining that Palpatine allowed Maul to kill Qui-Gon. And Palpatine's answer was, you lost an apprentice, and I lost an apprentice. So whatever. That's basically what he said. You lost an apprentice, and so did I. Yeah, and so it's very interesting. I recommend check it out. It's only each episode maybe like 20 minutes. It's like 6 episodes. At this point, Dave Filoni might as well just give him full control of the Star Wars universe. Like, this dude lives and breathes Star Wars. He also produced this series and wrote the whole series. And so the continuity is on point, especially with Clone Wars, because he was part of that. So, the continuity is great. The action is good. The stories are good. And it's filling in gaps of certain things, because people do wonder between what was Ahsoka doing? How did she escape Order 66? And where was she in between that time? In between the times between Rebels, where she got back into the fight, and Order 66. Right? So you got to see what happened to her between that time and what made her want to get back into the fight. Because she was done. Because you gotta remember, she never really fulfilled her Jedi training, not the official way. So, You got to see what happened in between. Very, very well written, well crafted. And at this point, I would love for them to just turn it over to Dave Filoni. You know what I mean? Let him, let him have the list. He knows what it is. He hasn't disappointed yet, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes. So back to the DC thing. So real quick, it's part of the trending topic. So the new DC head obviously is. Here's an article that I read where they said the new DC boss hints at 10 superheroes who may be introduced in upcoming movies. So these are all new superheroes that we have not yet seen on the big screen. Number one, they have here Red Hood. Okay, so they got the Red Hood. And for those who may or may not know, the Red Hood is basically Jason Todd, who was Batman's second Robin, who got allegedly killed by the Joker, and he comes back as the Red Hood. Obviously, he didn't get killed, but he gets killed by the Joker. Now, there's a couple storylines. There's one storyline where he did actually get killed by the Joker, but somehow was put into the Lazarus pit. Ra's al Ghul's Lazarus pit, which is, basically magic, and it can resurrect you. So, but you never come back the same when you're put in the Lazarus pit. you go in as whatever you go in, but you don't come out the same. You're usually darker, much darker. It doesn't mean you're not necessarily evil, but you're definitely way darker. Okay, so number two they have here Killer Frost. She's a classic villain, like what villain is she? Is she a Batman villain, or she's more like she's not a Flash villain, or maybe she is. I don't know. She's just a villain from DC. She kind of switches between Batman. Batman and not, took them all out, but she switches between like Batman, the Flash, whatever. And she's simply, her character is on the Flash series on the WB or the CW, played by Renee. Is her name Renee? No, Danielle Pennebaker plays Killer Frost on the series. So they talking about bringing her to the big screen. Power Girl, number three. Power Girl, once again, to give everyone a little bit of context, Power Girl is a clone of Supergirl. So she's basically Supergirl, but she's a clone. Definitely, it's just the same as, it's Supergirl without the code that Supergirl has, because Supergirl has a code like her cousin Superman. They hold back, they don't, they pull their punches, they protect humanity. They would never really hurt or kill a human. Like, that's part of the code, right? Well, Power Girl doesn't necessarily have that same code. So she's in it. They're saying. Number four would be Vixen. Now, this would be a character I'd like to see on big screen. Vixen is a character. Also, her powers come from magic. She wields this magic. She has like this totem that she keeps around her neck, and she's able to. She's a African. A black character. She keeps this totem around her neck from her ancestors, and it allows her to invoke the powers of different wild animals. Like, she can hit the totem and invoke the strength of an elephant, or she can hit the totem and invoke the speed of a cheetah. You know what I mean? So her powers are pretty badass. I'd love to see Vixen on the big screen. She has great powers. Her powers are very badass. That'd be a cool character to see on big screen. Firestorm. That's number five. Firestorm. Very powerful character. Very powerful character. that would be. I'm not saying it would be tough, not nowadays, but that would be a very interesting character. They got to really put something into him.
That was one of the
Uh,
first comic books I ever collected.
yeah, Firestorm.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah,
first comic book I collected.
that's dope. That's dope. And so yeah, so there's those like some of the main top 5 characters that uh, James Gunn hinted that we might see very soon introduced in other movies. More than likely, Killer Frost will be introduced in the Flash movie if they talk about movies coming up. Uh, Red Hood, I can only see him being introduced in a Batman movie because he's Robin. He's basically Jason Todd resurrected, come back as the Hood, Red Hood. Um, anyone who is interested in that story, I recommend you go out and watch, even though it wasn't, I'm not going to recommend people to read comic books. I stopped doing that now because every time I recommend people to read a comic book, they don't anyway. And they're like, oh, I don't read comic. So watch, there's actually a movie, an animated film called Batman Under the Red Hood. I mean, it's the basic story of it. Of course, I'm always going to say the comics is better. But it's the basic story from the comic, and you could go and see, Under the Red Hood, Batman. So watch that, and you'll understand how this character is a very, good character. Power Girl, I could see her introduced in Man of Steel. Um, something that has to do with Superman. I could see her being introduced somehow in there. And Vixen, I don't know where Vixen would come in, but I'd love to see her. I actually want to see her the most. I want to see her character more than any of them. Firestorm, he could be anywhere too, but I definitely want to see Vixen's character because to me, she's the most doable character, less effects, because not like she transforms into these things. She just invokes the power of them. So the fact that she is, she can invoke the spirits of, like, if she invokes the spirit of a eagle, she could fly at that point. I mean, like, so all her powers is magic. But like I said, it's way less. You could see Vixen if they decided to do another like Suicide Squad movie, or if they decided to do another Harley Quinn film or something like that. You could see that would be an easy way to introduce Vixen. But like I said, she has that power and that totem, the magical power. She can lift, she could do strength of a gorilla, or strength of an elephant, speed of a cheetah. She could fly if she invokes an eagle, So I think her powers and her story, would probably be one of the easier ones to do, especially effects wise. So I would love to see Vixen come to the big screen. So amongst other things, man, James Gunn is just he's trying to and there's an article here which says James Gunn acknowledges the fans movement in a statement promising DC's biggest story ever told across the film and TV. So it's obvious that Gunn is looking to right the ship by, number one, doing what they should have did long ago, and what they let Marvel beat them to, and that's tell cohesive stories throughout platforms, transmedia storytelling. It's just telling one cohesive story through different platforms, whether it's film and television, and finally merging the film and television world and stop making it separate. Which they always had the power to do that, Warner Brothers, that is, because they all, that's all under the same umbrella, the film stuff. They didn't have to fight for their stuff like Marvel had to. They didn't have to wait all these years and wait it out and all that stuff like what Marvel had to do. So they could have long ago merged the TV and the film world and tell one story through both platforms if they wanted to, but they didn't do it. I believe Gunn obviously is going to do that. If he's talking about the greatest story ever told across film and television. I mean, he's obviously hinting at, in my opinion, the Crisis on Infinite Earths, which is, their multiverse story, basically. So, Crisis on Infinite Earths is the multiverse story for DC, which is the direction that Marvel is going with their multiverse saga and stuff like that. Similar. So, we'll see. Gunn's open minded. He is an out of box thinker. So, and he does this to the fans. Like I said, he's acknowledging the fans that are going with save Legends of Tomorrow and release the Ayer cut. You know, I don't know if he's going to do that, but what he may do is somehow bring some of the characters from those respected properties and implement them in other movies. I doubt he releases the Ayer cut, and I doubt he saves Legends of Tomorrow, like brings the show back. But don't be surprised if he takes some of those. I mean, because right there, what I just read to you was already, Firestorm is part. His character was in the Legends of Tomorrow. So if he's talking about bringing that character to the screen, so he's probably going to pick a couple of others out of there, that he might want to bring to the screen. See, I mean, all Legends was a bunch of other DC characters that's not really in any factions or anything like that, and just got to put them together. So, but he is letting them know that we're listening, we hear you, and although just like what The Rock said, although we may not be able to accommodate you on everything, we are listening, and we will. We'll do something to try to make you happy. What's going on, John? I said hi to you. What's up? He said, I remember Danielle and her sister Kate from Disney reading and we stuck in the suburbs. Okay, yeah. Daniel Pennebaker plays Killer Frost on the Flash show. I fell off on that show. I don't even know if she's still on it, but she was on it if she's not on it anymore. So yeah, the DCU, now referred to as the DCU. We'll see how it goes in the first. We know that Man of Steel 2, Gunn is very anxious to move forward with Man of Steel 2. That might be one of the first projects under James Gunn's watch. Because all the other movies that slated were already set in set on the way. They all actually still fall under, believe it or not, Ken. What's his name? What is his name? Watanabe. Ken Watanabe. They all kind of still fall under his regime.
Ken Harada.
Harida. I forgot his name. Hermida. There it is. I'm like Harida with Don. I'm saying Watanabe. Isn't he like a martial artist? But Hermida. Walter Hermida is his name, I think.
Walter Herpes in the butt.
Yeah, Walter Hermida is still kind of falls on his regime, but he didn't want none of this to happen. So, we'll see, man. I'm looking forward to it. Black Panther, since Kev is still wearing the mask. This week, man.
Still wearing the mask. My granddaughter
Huh?
keeps walking by saying, "Give me my mask." She keeps reaching. That's why I keep turning, because she keeps reaching for me to give her mask back. She's like, "Give me my mask." I'm like, "Hey, this is not your mask. This is my grandson's mask," which he didn't want because he likes Captain America and Iron Man and Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
So I took it and made it my own, and now she's like, "That's my mask."
Now she wants it. Yeah, give me my mask. Yeah, yo, I'm telling you right now, these dudes and the internet is just ruthless, man. They're just ruthless. There's this thing picture circulated. These people said somebody said he's not from Wakanda, but from Whataburger. I don't know what they yo. Why they do this dude like that, man?
Why?
Why?
That's not even right. That ain't
Yeah.
even right.
Listen, that's what. If y'all want to know what M'Baku would look like in a costume, that's M'Baku right there.
Yo, but let me
M'Baku.
tell you, let me tell you something, bro. I said, yo, I can't with this internet. I said, I'm logging off. When they said that, and then this one dude, this one person comments under it and says, I don't know if I can even say it without laughing, bro, because I died. This dude, he commented under there and said, oh, that's Snack Panther. Yo, he says Snack Panther. Oh, man. I said, yo, I can't. I said, yo, I can't, man. This is just crazy. Oh boy, they're gonna be trying to cancel
Yo,
me
the
for fat
hilarity.
shaming. The hilarity behind it. Stop fat shaming. I can't fat shame because I'm fat. All right, so I ain't fat shaming. I'm fat.
Snack Panther.
Snack Panther, yo. When he said that, I said, no, I can't. I spit my drink out. I spit my drink out. He called him Snack Panther. Yo, why are people so ruthless, yo? Why is the internet so ruthless, yo?
Ned is still undefeated. Still undefeated.
Still undefeated. My man is in full gear. And they say, yo, that's Snack Panther. Yo, it's messed up. Whatever. That's basically, that would be me if I put the Black Panther suit on. They'd be like, yo, look at Snack Panther over here.
That's what I said. That's what M'Baku would look like. Everybody talking
That's
about,
what
ooh,
a Baku would look like.
M'Baku's going to be in the costume. Okay. Them nanites is going to go halfway up to his
They're going to be
belly
like,
and stop.
ah! The nanites going to be stretching. Holding on for dear life. Yo. Yo, that's too funny. Yeah, when I heard that, I was like, I don't know if he's gonna be in the Black Panther suit. Yeah, he's man ape. So he's man ape. He should be in the man ape suit. But that's really who he is, right? That's the character from the
Yeah,
comics.
yeah,
Man
in
ape.
the comics, yeah, that's who he is, man.
Man ape. So, they just, I guess they didn't want to use that whole thing. They didn't want to compare him to an ape or whatever. But that's the character. That's his character. Man ape. So
I mean, here's the funny thing. You don't want to depict him as his real character in the comic book as Man-Ape, but you have scenes with him beating on his chest,
mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
and in the first Black Panther, he was like, hey.
Yeah, I mean that whole, his whole
Bafa.
yeah, that
Bafa.
his whole crew, that, I mean, like I said, they hinted at it, but I guess they just didn't want to use the name. But regardless, I like him though. I like his character. I think, and I didn't even realize. I just saw an interview with him. That was his first role.
But I don't know why. I remember seeing him in other stuff before that.
He said that was his first role. He said
You
that
know
on
what?
Tonight Show.
You know what probably happened? He probably did Black Panther, or he did. I don't even know how to, because wasn't he in other stuff? Like
he was in other stuff, but he probably booked that stuff after Black Panther.
Black Panther, yeah.
Yeah, he probably booked it after. But remember, let's not forget.
He's in
People
Us,
have to
right?
always huh?
He's in Us, right?
Yeah, he's definitely in Us. But like I said, I mean, he obviously booked that after Black Panther. But
that would probably be his second or third movie.
Because what people always forget is in the industry, you start going, you start getting around, your name starts circulating the industry. So you can that's what happened with when we were talking. Remember when we were talking about Jennifer Lawrence, and Ralph pointed out that she did not do the she did the X-Men before she did the Hunger Games, right? But she was still known in Hollywood because what happens is once you book something like say X-Men or whatever, you start getting your name starts going around Hollywood. So he could have very well booked Black Panther, Winston Duke, and then his name got around Hollywood and he started booking other stuff right away. Stuff that he would have, but he said that I don't know. He said that Black Panther was his first role. I don't know. I mean, maybe that was his first film role. He
Yeah,
did TV
I
stuff.
think he might have did some
Yeah,
TV stuff.
no, that was his first film role. He did TV stuff because everybody does Law and Order.
Yeah,
Everybody. That's like the minor leagues for acting. Like everyone. As a matter of fact, if you look at his credits, his very first credit ever is Law and Order SVU. As always, 2014, and then Persons of Interest. So this was all TV. Persons of Interest, The Messengers, Major Crimes, Modern Family.
That's what I knew. I remembered him from somewhere. That's what I remember him from. He was a drug dealer on Persons of Interest.
And Persons of Interest, probably, yeah, because he was in several episodes there.
Yeah, that's what he was a drug dealer in Persons of Interest.
Okay, well, yeah. So Black Panther is his first film role ever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So then they have it listed as Black Panther, then Infinity War, and then Us, then Avengers Endgame, and then he's got the other stuff in there. 9 Days, Spencer Confidential, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Then he has 2 movies in development, one called Marked Man and one called Heroin. So, good for him. Good for him. Yeah, but yeah, he did say, but yeah, Black Panther's his first film role. So good for him. But what happens is your name starts going around Hollywood. Who is this guy? Winston Duke. Oh, he was just booked. He was just in Black Panther. Even if it hadn't come out yet, they're talking behind the scenes. Yeah, he was just in Black Panther, man. He had a major role in that. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Let's see. So that's how they start doing. Same thing. Same thing happened with Jennifer Lawrence. She started booking stuff, and she was that new hot name circulating Hollywood, and they already know when you're gonna be big. You know what I mean? They're like, yeah, she's got real potential. She's gonna be a real star. They already know. So, and they start talking about you behind the scenes. That's how you continue to get the big work, and then depending on how that progresses from there, obviously
How many penises they get stuck in their mouth?
Right. Well, could be.
That's what happened. That's what happened with Henry Cavill. The same thing. His name started going around little by little.
Yeah.
Way before Man of Steel came out, because he was almost James Bond.
His name went around for that, and same thing with James Bond. Same thing with Craig, with Daniel Craig, because everyone was talking about layer cake, and stuff like that. Everybody like that was the one movie that everyone referenced when they heard about him being up for James Bond. They were like, "Oh, layer cake," So Daniel
they forgot
Craig,
about all the other little stuff that he had did.
Right.
He's in Road to Perdition. He's in Tomb Raider. They just kind of sort of forgot about that because that was like his showcase thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bad movie either.
It wasn't exactly. So that's what happens once you get out there and your name starts circulating Hollywood. Then it's wherever it goes from there. But that's pretty much what happened, I think, with Winston Duke. He started booking other stuff right away because you got a lot of stuff that he has booked in the same year because they're like, oh, we got to get him. He just did this, he just did that. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So obviously Wakanda Forever comes out. Actually it comes out on the 10th. They keep saying the 11th, but the first shows are actually on the 10th, Thursday, and it's not even like just like
Can you
midnight.
say double feature?
You got the double features out there. I just I couldn't live with it, man. Because I originally was gonna go Friday morning, but then I got caught in a situation that's not gonna allow me to do that. Then by the time I thought I'd be able to maneuver to do it, all of the seats that I wanted or that I was interested in were sold out. So I couldn't go Friday morning. I had to get Saturday morning, but I couldn't take it, bro. I couldn't take it. I said, no, I can't wait to Saturday. I bought a midnight ticket Thursday. I bought the Thursday 12 o'clock show. I was
Well,
like, all right.
I got my double feature, and then when my double feature is done, I gotta hop in my car and drive from Roosevelt Field over to the UA in Westbury and meet my daughter and my grandkids so we can watch it in IMAX, or so I can watch it with them in IMAX.
Yeah. I'm just gonna be. I'm gonna.
I hate to brag. But I'm seeing it tomorrow.
Oh, you gonna see it tomorrow? Dope.
Oh, nice.
Very dope. Very dope. Very dope. Very cool. Where are you seeing it at, or can you disclose that information?
All I can say is in New York City. That's the most I can say.
That's all you can say in New York City.
That's all I can say right
cool.
now. It's New York City.
So see you tomorrow, bro. That's very cool. Yeah, man. So that's what I said. I couldn't wait all the way to Saturday. I just couldn't do it. I'd have to turn off all my computers and devices because I know, and me, everyone knows I don't care about spoilers. Spoilers doesn't bother me. But the bottom line is I don't want to hear everybody talking about it for a whole, 2 days, before I get a chance to see it. I can't. Nah, man. And we should be seeing it early. We all should be seeing it either right when it comes out or in Ralph's case before it actually comes out, which is awesome. So
I got a real serious hookup this weekend to go see it, and maybe with some of the members of the cast, maybe. Mm-hmm. I don't know just yet, but hey, if Angela's there, I gotta shoot my shot with Angela. Is she there? Shoot the shot.
Hey,
even though I already know I'm gonna get shot down.
I ain't even mad at you. It's a done deal. You gotta at least try. Maybe lighting it in a bottle might happen. Maybe who knows? You got to. I ain't mad at nobody that runs into Angela Bassett. No, whatever. She could be with.
Although really, Lupita Nyong'o, I'm like,
let me tell you something. I tried to call Kev earlier. I meant to say that too. I had to stop unfollowing Lupita. Yeah, I'm gonna fall in love with this woman because she's so cool, funny, sweet, silly, and I'm like following. I'm like, yo, and we already know what she looked like, so I'm just like, I'm gonna stop following her because I'm watching her too much. I'm feeling dirty. I'm just scared too much.
That woman is insane. Jesus Christ.
I'm like, bruh, I gotta stop following this woman because I'm sitting here looking at her stuff and I'm just smiling while she acting silly and doing her little dances that she be going around doing, and I'm just like, I'm doing it with her. And I'm like, you know what? I gotta stop following this woman because now that's definitely worth shooting your shot.
Yeah, you gotta shoot
it. Since she did the first Black Panther, her body was never the same again.
Yo, I'm sitting there like, okay.
And Denai Guerrera, she was already banging, and then
her body was insane already. When she was doing the Michonne, when she was in Michonne shape, her body was crazy. It got even crazier for Black Panther. That is just something. Can't wait to see it, man. I cannot wait to see this film. It's gonna be really good. Really good. I think it's gonna be great. And I can't wait, man. It's gonna be, what else can we say? We waited for it. It's here. And this week we'll all be able to see it. By next show, we'll be able to talk about it. Our non-spoiler talk about it. And
nope.
After that, like I said, all you haters out there, they'll be sneaking in there. They'll be sitting there like this.
Listen, if you didn't see it by Sunday, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
They're gonna be down in their seats. All the haters that's talking about recast T'Challa, they're gonna go there so they can have a reason to hate on it and say, "Oh, I was disappointed."
Yeah, you already had that one dude who walked out of the premieres, shaking his head, talk about, I don't know. People are going to be so. It's not going to be what you expected. I don't know.
So they're like, look, dude.
Man, look, get over it. Get over it.
Exactly.
That's all I can say.
His head like, woe is me. I thought if you could have seen this guy, and Wes, you know who I'm talking about, because I'm not even going to give his name.
He is a YouTuber and stuff like that. But you see this guy coming out of here, you would think that he just watched I don't know, the assassination of Martin Luther King or something. I don't know.
No, you think he just came out of watching Till?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
He's like,
dude coming, no, still complaining already. I'm like, bro,
not gonna be what you expected. You just
gotta.
Right.
It's gonna do what it's supposed to do for the people that it's supposed to do it for. What the hell is that supposed to mean?
That is the most ambiguous, like what does that even mean? Like, could you be more non-descriptive?
Yeah.
Ever.
I can't. I just can't. I said, you know what? I don't want to hear it. I don't know. Just but yeah, man, it's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be a great film. And I'm reading they're saying that this might be the first superhero film that might garner a Best Actress nomination, and that being
Wes. Look at how they set this. Look at how they set this film up. Look at the time of the year that they set this film up to come out. That says it all. They were going for another Oscar run.
She may get it, and if she gets nominated, then that will be definitely a first. We already had an actor win Best Actor for a comic book film, and that was Heath Ledger. But this would be a first.
It's not Heath Ledger. It's Joaquin Phoenix. Joaquin Phoenix. He won the Best Actor. Ledger wins Best Supporting Actor.
Oh, supporting actor, right. Ledger won Best Supporting Actor, and Joaquin won Best Actor. So neither one has been nominated that I know of for females. I don't know if any females got nominated for Best Supporting. No, never. So she'll be making history just being nominated. It's definitely going to get, especially based on what people have already, reactions of it. It's definitely going to get more nominations like the last one did, if not more than the last one, because the same people are working on it. So it's going to get, it's going to get a wardrobe nomination, if not a win. It's going to get a set design, production design nomination, if not a win.
It's score.
Makeup, score. They're all going to get nominated.
You know what? It's going to get nominated. Probably. You know what?
What? I think that's the one that I think that's gonna be the problem. Does Rihanna get an Oscar nomination for Best Song? Because I think right now that's a lock with the Lady Gaga that she's gonna win. But I haven't heard the song, but I keep hearing about the song. And there's another song on there too.
I don't think the song is all that great. It's a good song, but I don't think it's gonna.
But it's not just about the song being so great. It's how it affects in the movie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not that category isn't just about the full quality of the song. It's about how the song relates to the movie, and how it made you feel in the movie or from the movie. So that's what that's all about.
It didn't feel like it related to me. That's just to me.
It does.
It feel like
It does.
I
Everyone
haven't heard
yeah.
it. I haven't heard it yet.
Yeah,
heard.
I've heard it. I saw her video for it, and I saw, I've heard it, already. And
I heard there's
definitely, you can
another
definitely
one.
understand where it fits to the movie. Well, they did it for the movie. They did it. What's his name? The guy who does the score.
Ludwig.
Ludwig produced it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He helped produce the song. So this was done.
Ludwig produced it, and Ryan Coogler helped write. I think he wrote some of the lyrics, didn't he?
He might have wrote some of the lyrics, and they all collaborated on it. So it was done for the movie. So it's definitely going to get nominated. We don't know if it's going to win, but it's definitely going to get nominated.
But you know what's going to happen though? They're gonna with Lupita or whatever other females from the movie get nominated for either lead actor or best supporting actress.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna be it's gonna be a runoff between them and the lady Emmett Till's mama.
Yeah. Well, she's gonna definitely get nominated, but because she did a great performance in that. But here's the deal: the question is, where are they going to enter Angela Bassett? Is she now the lead of Wakanda Forever, or would she be considered supporting?
She's still going to be
because we're not even sure who the lead is. I mean, if the lead is the lead,
Letitia Wright is the lead. She's clearly the lead. Anything Bassett would be supporting, right?
Would probably end up being
if Bassett, and I'm gonna say this: if Bassett does get an Oscar nomination, I think there's a lot of cast members that really felt she got robbed for Tina Turner. There's a lot of them that she was robbed.
Definitely.
So
would they?
So
yeah, because she never got an Oscar, did she?
She did not. No, that went to Holly Hunter. So would they? If she got nothing, would they feel like, you know what, we kind of owe her?
I can see that, and I'm sorry. And guess what? I have no problem with that because that ain't throwing her a bone. They're like she everything she's
earned it.
She's gonna earn. She's already earned it, and she ain't gonna do no different in this one. I mean, bro, I'm telling you right now, from the trailer, and I'm the first to say it. We us Clark men, we're not afraid to say that we shed a tear here and there. Yeah, we some grind ass niggas. We don't just shed a tear, but that's a whole nother story. But bro, every time I watch that trailer and I hear her say that line about my whole family is gone, the pain in her voice shakes me, bro. It like gives me chills. And when I first watched it, I started crying. I was like, yo, this is crazy. It's obviously considering the whole everything behind it. I don't think if the magnitude of it with Chadwick Boseman really dying and this and the other, maybe not. But because of all of those things, when I first watched that first trailer, the one with No Woman, No Cry, yeah, that scene, and every time I hear it, I don't care what trailer it's in, when I hear her voice, that voice on the verge of cracking, it sounds like, you know what I'm saying? It's just, it's hard. It's in the middle of anger and sadness at the same time. Like she captured that moment so crazy. And I'm just like, that alone, I'd be like, if I was an Academy voter, I'd be like, Angela Bassett. I'd be right there. Like, yo, I've been watching that trailer, wiping my hand with a box of tissues and then going over to my ballots talking about some Angela. She may not even have been on the ballot yet. I'll be doing Angela Bassett. So I'm telling you, dude. She and if she does win, and if I was a voter, I would think about that, what you said, Ralph. I'd be like, you know what? She is old one. She should have been had one. This is long overdue.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get her this. I'm voting for her.
And you know what? And you know what too? Marvel was smart for putting this out when they put it out. There were some good films this year, but I don't know how many Oscar worthy films. And the year is not over with yet. I know we still got a bunch of stuff that is still coming up. But I'm very curious to see what the lay of the land is going to be come nomination time.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting because you know what's gonna happen is here's the difference. So this film is going to obviously be very popular. It is going to be a lot of people are going to see it, and a lot of Oscar films this year included, just like last year, there's going to be a lot of Oscar films that may not have done super good in the theaters because of the return of from pandemic. They may not have did super good in the theaters, but a lot of these films, actually, the Oscar nominations might help them. People might go see them after it gets now. That's what happened last year. Like films that were nominated last year, people didn't see, but they returned to the theaters after they got nominated from Oscars, and people were going to see them if they weren't already like on streaming or something. They returned to the theaters, and people were going to go see them. So that's what I think is going to happen again this year. I'm sure there's some good, like you said with Till. I heard that she did a really good job. The woman who played the mother. So yeah, we'll see. We will see. We will see. And that's pretty much that. Before we get into, I want to get into the tournament a little earlier this time, so we don't go too late with it. I know that somebody had texted me about some. We can talk about. I said, look, this is not a sports show. I'm not talking about Kyrie Irving. Somebody texted me, asked me, "Are you going to talk about Kyrie Irving?" I said, "I don't talk about sports on this show.
I know,
I've heard enough of Kyrie Irving.
I know
heard
what they
enough
meant by
of
that. I
Kanye
think
West.
what they meant to ask you was, well, we're going to talk about the show that he was talking about, whatever the documentary that he was talking about.
Well, the documentary. Well, I have to research that to talk about it. But I will say this: when people talking about how come no one's holding Amazon accountable, how come you ain't got that same energy for Amazon Prime?
Because Amazon ain't the one on Amazon ain't the
right.
people on Amazon.
Right.
Is just
Amazon does not work for the NBA. That's number one. Okay, so you can't have that same energy for Amazon. Number two, Amazon Prime is a distribution outlet. So therefore, once something is made into a film, it is considered art. So they are distributor of art. So they're not even promoting it. You're the one promoting it. So regardless of what it is, why would anyone have smoke or any sort of energy for Amazon for just distributing it? And then I'm getting, boycott Amazon? Really? Good luck with that. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't like ridiculous things. People fake outrage. I can't stand fake outrage.
No, but you know what? In some cases, it's not fake outrage. It's just ignorant outrage.
Ignorant, fake, even ignorant. Okay, we'll give you that. Ignorant outrage at that. It's like
some of it is stupid, but some of the stuff I've seen is just ignorant and just people not having the ability to put 2 + 2 = 4.
Well, I mean, it's the same. It's the same things, and this is, we're not gonna spend too much time on this. It's the same thing that I say all the time, stuff like this. It's so easy to sit back and look at something and you not be a part of it, and for you to say, "Well, I would do," that's just like, that's the same people that's sitting around saying, "I wouldn't have let them white people whip me with them whips if I was in slavery. I wouldn't have did it." It's the same people that do that talk around saying that crap. And then all I'm gonna say is this: please, people, I've seen this all over Facebook timelines. Kanye West did it out his own mouth. Stop comparing this stuff to slavery. It's disrespectful. It's disrespectful.
Highly.
Do you know what the salary for the slaves were?
Zero.
I bet you, I could tell you this. I bet you it wasn't $30 million. Do you know what would happen to slaves if they said, you know what? I don't want to do this. I quit. You know what their salary was? They got to live another day to do it all over again. That was their salary.
Yeah.
Stop disrespecting people. Stop disrespecting our ancestors by comparing Kanye West, or not Kanye West, Kyrie Irving, what he's going through with the not New Jersey Nets, the Brooklyn Nets, to slavery. Because Kyrie Irving can quit if he wants to. Kyrie Irving can choose to do whatever he wants to do, whether he chooses to do. Now, if you're going to ask me, do I think what they're asking of him is ridiculous? Yes, it is. But this has nothing to do with that movie or nothing else. This has to do with what Kyrie Irving did to the Nets last year. He held them hostage.
Oh my God. Can you say that again from the rafters so they get it?
This has nothing to do with that movie or anti-Semitic or anything else. Not from the Nets standpoint.
A little
because
bit.
The owner of the Nets ain't even Jewish. The owner of the Nets is like Russian or something like that. He's not even Jewish.
It has to do. I'm just going to tell it what it is.
It has to do with the fact that
he was a lazy ass noob.
Right. Last year, he held his team hostage by not doing the vaccination stuff, and they had to still pay him. Now, they probably knew we're going to sit back, and this fool is going to do something to put us in a position to get him back. And this is what they're doing. They're saying they're making it where, you know what? We're going to make you do all this. You're going to have to humiliate yourself to keep your job because you held us hostage last year.
You destroyed the team.
They had to pay him.
And don't forget that part. Destroyed the team.
Destroyed the team.
That was a championship
in the locker room. So many people, they didn't want to get vaccinated either, but they did because they have a job to do. They have mouths to feed. They have, dreams and aspirations. So guess what? They did what they had, what they felt that they chose to do. Right? So he chose not thinking about his team, not thinking about his teammates. He made his own decision. He has every right to make his own decision to do what he did. I ain't knocking him for it because it's his own decision. And he has that right. But guess what?
I am. No,
with choices comes consequences. And last year, I believe the Nets were held hostage because they didn't have a chance to they couldn't face the consequences because it obviously there was something they couldn't fire him or anything like that because they still had to pay him. They still had to pay him.
They could have cut him.
So what they were doing was, you know what? The reason why they agreed to let him play, home games or away games is because they're like, we got to get something out of this dude. We're still paying him. We got to get some production out of him. So they just cut their losses and said, they didn't cut their loss, but they just swallowed their pride. We have to let him play some of these games. And there you have it. Now, before you go into now, people saying, well, why are they doing this to him? Why are they doing this to him? That's why they're doing it to him. They're doing it to him because they're like, look, and they're saying, they asked you to apologize at first, and he apologized he doubled down, right? He doubled down, but then he ends up apologizing after he gets suspended. And now they're like, you know what? Now we about to pour it on. We pile it on. Not only, I apologize already. No, that was your publicist apologizing. I want to hear you say it.
Which is never going to happen because he doesn't have to apologize, but he has to accept all of, and if he's the kind of individual that I think he is, he knows he made his own bed. And I would,
No, we
but
don't.
you know what I find funny?
I hate. I'm sorry, Kev. I hate the bus over, but that's the problem. No, he doesn't. He doesn't realize it. He's doing what his brain is saying. It's the best thing for me. He is and I take and when you said that he's lazy, I give Kyrie Irving credit. He is not lazy. He is a really hardworking basketball player. But Kyrie Irving is selfish. He is selfish.
Yeah,
He
is
only
selfish.
thinks of himself.
And here's another issue and another problem. Kyrie Irving thinks he's the smartest person in the room.
Yeah.
He always thinks that. He'll look down on you if you don't think how he thinks. Because he thinks he knows. And whatever you know. I ain't knocking you that, but you think what you know and feel is above everything else. So I'll share with y'all what I shared with my brother. He started laughing, but I said, and I say this again: it ain't cool for you to be the smartest person in the room, because my grandfather, my uncle, and other people always told me, wise men has told me, if you the smartest person in the room, then you in the wrong room.
Yeah.
Period. Because you shouldn't be the smartest person in the room. You should always try to learn something to elevate your mind. If you're the smartest person in the room, you in the wrong room. Period. So I don't want to hear that, but he thinks it's, and Kanye West thinks that way too. He thinks that he should be the smartest person in the room when it should be the opposite. Not saying you should be the dumbest person in the room, but you should be willing to learn something from someone else.
Open your mind.
Open your mind. Every time you enter a room, you should be learning from somebody, not walking in there thinking you know everything.
But when you're a narcissist, you can't. You don't have the ability to be like, let me shut up for a minute and listen to what's being said, so I can understand what's going on.
Right.
You know what he reminds me of?
And that's the thing that's the thing that pisses me off about Kanye West, is because unlike Kyrie Irving, he knows when he's at his antics, playing the games is what's putting him in the box that he's in. And what's the unfortunate side is that dude is going to end up boxing himself out completely, and he's going to be all alone. And we're going to be mourning the death of another young man, because he's going to end up taking his life. I hate to say that, but he's going to end up alienating himself. Because he's just not. He's
he's
a dumbass.
The thing with Kanye is, and he's over. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I said this a million times. Kanye West, if I give him no other credit, I will give him this. He's always been this way. It's just amplified. Kanye West has always been a jerk. He's been a jerk since he's come into the industry. And he has his reasons, and that's your reasons. But the bottom line is, you've always been a jerk. And he's even admitted to being a jerk. He had a whole song. Let's have a toast for the douchebags. Let's have a toast for the assholes. Let's have a He admitted out his own mouth. He knows he's a douchebag. You know what I'm saying? So, that's that. That I give him credit for that. However, I really don't talk about Kanye West anymore, because I checked out on him back when he said the thing about a long time ago, back when he said that slavery is a choice, and not even that, when he said about the Harriet Tubman thing. I was like, okay, I'm done with this dude. I don't really want to hear anything he's got to say, because regardless of the fact, whatever you feel once again, thinking you're the smartest in the room, whatever you feel doesn't give you a right to insult an entire race of people. It just doesn't. And in this case, I'm talking about black people. I'm not even talking about Jewish people or anything else. I'm talking about black people in this aspect, in that comment.
Because that's the only people he really. That's the only people he really truly. If we're keeping it a buck, that's the only people who he disrespected with us. It didn't have nothing to do.
All he does is disrespect us, and that's why I don't mess with him.
But go buy my sneakers.
Right.
Go buy my sneakers.
Yeah. And then so he wants us to go buy his sneakers, But all he does is, and I'm just like, that's why I stopped messing with him. And whatever, that's why I say whatever he done got himself into, I lose no sleep over it. I could care less. And the fact that he's compared himself, I said, stop comparing Kyrie Irving to slavery. The fact that this man compared himself to George Floyd because he's no longer considered a billionaire. Now I've been humbled. Now I know what it's like to have a foot on my neck. Really, dude.
You know what
now
he sound
you know
like?
what it's like to have a foot on your or knee on your neck. You just compared yourself. You lost billionaire status from Forbes. This man lost his life. And you're comparing yourself to him.
And here's the
Listen
thing.
to how
Here's the thing.
stupid you sound.
And I want to say this so that way we can get off of him because we're giving both of them too much energy right now. I'm going to say this: the very people that you're talking about, that you're saying we are all enslaved to, you're enslaved to because of your billionaire status being taken away from you. Because Forbes decided to take that status away from you on paper, nonetheless, you done lost your mind. Even more than you already lost your mind.
No, that's all. Think about that. That's all you brought up.
Concentrating on. That's all you care about.
Really, that humbled me. I'm no longer. I lost $200 million or whatever he said in a day, and this, that, blah, 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 blah. Dude, first of all, I don't even want to get into all of that because I'm tired of these people. Kanye West was never an actual billionaire. His net worth, he wasn't liquid. He couldn't go into the bank and draw with no. He could not go into the bank.
He was not liquid. He was not liquid.
I'm gonna say this.
He wasn't liquid.
Wait a minute. I'm gonna say this. He was a billionaire only because of Kim. Only because of him.
By definition, he was a billionaire. His net worth made him a billionaire. But as you can see, he obviously isn't an actual
out of his own mouth, he said, "I only got 25 million in the bank."
Mm-hmm.
Which still, I would have put my foot in his behind just for saying that.
I only got 100 and something million in the bank. You
like
serious?
I only got $100, and you might
right? Yeah,
damn,
you don't even want me to read my bank account out there to people. So, like I said, and this is where we end it. We go on to the show.
I gotta start me a GoFundMe.
I don't want.
What you talking about?
I can't comment on the film, but because I haven't watched it. I really don't have a desire to watch it, but you can't blame Amazon. Amazon has nothing to do with this. They're just where it was distributed. If you're gonna boycott Amazon with that way of thinking, let's all boycott YouTube. Because guess what? You can go on YouTube and watch the 3-hour movie called The Birth of a Nation, 1916, whenever it came out, with all of the lynching in the hoods, the hood wearing, and the blackface. And the blackface and everything else. You can watch that for free on YouTube.
Let's ban Fox for what they did to Nate Parker. Let's ban Fox what they did to Nate Parker.
Yeah, right. They probably you got to ban Fox. Yeah. So why are you not talking about that? But you're talking about why aren't they having the same smoke? Let's ban Amazon. Let's ban the NBA. But you didn't ban the NFL for Kaepernick, but you're gonna ban the NBA. Okay, good luck with that. Stop the unrealistic crap. And then the last thing I'm gonna say, there's some cartoon thing that somebody is starting to tweet around now that has all of the players from the NBA with their backs to to Kyrie, and Kyrie is hanging from the rim. From the what is it called? The net of the rim around his neck, and the commissioner has a whip and he's whipping him. And all of they have a caricature of LeBron James, the beard, KD, Stephen Curry, they all like got their backs to him, like with their heads down, like, oh, I don't know what. Stop it. I swear, I wish they could sue people for doing that. That's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
These men have nothing to do with Kyrie Irving, and they shouldn't have anything to do with him. They're not going to give up or put in jeopardy their livelihood for a man who could have just played basketball. That's all he had to do. Whether or not what he tweeted was right, wrong, or in between, doesn't matter. You have a boss. You're not independent. You don't work for yourself. You are a boss. You have a boss. You are not a boss. You have a boss. And whatever the reason is that you aggravated that, now you every choice you chose to do it, you have to live with the consequences. And I think he will. And then you got people, then you got the idiots saying, oh, he should quit. He should do it.
Yeah.
He should quit.
Yeah.
He should quit. You don't know, first of all, you don't know anything about Kyrie Irving. You only know what Kyrie Irving earns. You don't know what Kyrie Irving got. You don't know how much money he has. You only know how much money he has earned. He was paid. And you also know how much money he lost or is losing. However, Kyrie Irving is a multi-millionaire. Okay? You don't know how many people he is responsible for. You don't know how many people's rent or mortgage he pays. You don't know how many, family or whatever the case may be. You don't know that. Who the hell are you, anybody, to say Kyrie Irving should quit?
Wait a minute, I'm gonna step in.
Wait, I'm gonna step in.
No, I'm gonna step in with that one. I do think you should quit for no other reason, simply this. Does anybody, despite having much money he earns or who he takes for, the only way you're gonna earn that money is on the basketball court. Does anybody really want to play with him anymore? The Nets is pretty much.
I understand you saying that. I'm not saying. I'm talking about people that are saying he should quit because he needs to stand on his word and take.
Oh no.
And they're expecting other players to back him.
Oh
so,
no,
so
hell
they
no.
Could boycott the NBA and they should stop playing.
No.
Who the hell are you to tell someone to stop playing? But you gonna get up tomorrow and go punch your clock and go to work
at McDonald's? Shut up. You want fries? You want fries with that Big Mac?
See, I wasn't even gonna go there, Ralph. You wrong. You wrong for that one. I wasn't even gonna go there.
How many sugars would you like in?
You're a revolutionary by night.
How many sugars would you like in your Frappuccino?
You a revolutionary by night and employee of the month by day.
Exactly.
Talking about some. Look at that. I'm washing lettuce like
I'm cutting tomatoes.
I'm washing lettuce. Soon I'll be on fries.
Right.
And that's when the big bucks come in. But yet you're going to be like, yeah, he should quit. Boycott the NBA. Nobody should play. Power to the people.
Yeah, okay.
Would you like supersized? Anyway. So
would you like butter on your popcorn? Half on the middle, half in the middle, some more on top.
You go take it. Go take that half, put it in, bring it back. I'll put some more on top for you. Nah, let me stop. I love my movie workers. I ain't trying to clown them.
Oh yeah,
you're doing a great job working at the movies.
Yeah. I used to do that.
Anyway,
not that part of the job, but I used to be an usher, and
Oh, you said? I mean, yo, man.
Yeah.
The funny
best
thing
job
is
I ever had, though. I'm not gonna lie. That was the best job I ever had.
I envy you, bro. I could never get a job at the movies. I never got a job at the movies. I was so mad. I used to always try to get a job at the movie theater because I
got it by accident, by just standing there. But man, I'm telling you, summer '87, I saw all the good stuff. I said, man, please. I was like, and then I kept that job to January '88. So when I remember that year, everybody's like, yo, I'm gonna go see Eddie Murphy Raw. Yo, come to movie theater. My movie theater showing. I saw Raw before my classmates, The Running Man. I was the man. It was the best job I ever had, for real.
You said I was the man.
I was the man. Listen. And I don't know about today's people working theaters, but with the theater I worked at, shout out to Lowe's in Wayne, New Jersey, for anybody live around there. There's now an AMC there below. But where the AMC Lowe's is at, across the street from it is the Willowbrook Mall. There was a guy I used to go there to go get pizza from. And me and him was talking one day, and we were saying, he said, "Listen, whenever you hungry coming over here, I'll hook you up." I was like, "Well, whenever you want coming over, come on, I'll hook you up." Man hooked me up with pizza. He tried to hook me up with his daughter. I had like connection at the mall, like
pushing you on his daughter.
Yo, his daughter was cute. His daughter was cute.
Oh, that's
not
good.
gonna lie. His daughter was cute,
bro. I remember, speaking of cute, there was this. Oh my God, there was this beautiful girl who worked at the movie theater back in the day. It was actually at Roosevelt Field movie theater, and I was like, oh my God, I used to go there blowing my money. If I wasn't seeing a movie, I was there playing arcades and stuff, because they had arcades in there too. I was playing video games. Just to look at that girl. I used to go there like on some stalker-ish there. Like I knew her routine, like her what's it called? Her work schedule, stuff like that. And we used to talk and kick it and stuff like that. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. I ain't never get close to getting that, but I still was locked up. I don't lie on my you know what. So I didn't even get close to that. We had some good, cool conversations. You know what I'm saying? We only kind of hung out one time outside of her job, and that was still at the mall. So it was almost like the same thing. It was still at Roosevelt Field. So, yeah, one day she came there before she started work. I took her and got her some lunch. We got lunch or whatever. We talked, and that was it. Ain't even gonna hold you. Nothing special. Anywho, so now we're starting our tournament. Getting back to the tournament. What round is this, Ralph? It's like round 7.
We almost to the end. We about to get we only in round 4. We're in the 32.
We're rounding out the 32.
Rounding out 32. We go to the Sweet 16.
They're going to the Sweet 16. Perfect. Right. So we are now in our last. This is the last part of the brackets of the third of the 32.
Right.
And for the TV's hottest female character, actress, whatever you want to call it, and it's heating up. It's heating up. So
yeah, it's getting more and more cutthroat, more and more cutthroat.
So everybody, buckle in and get ready for it. So now our first battle. Ralph.
All right, y'all. Okay, y'all. So we are continuing our hottest TV actresses of all time. We put 64 actresses into an NCAA style tournament that we could determine who is the hottest TV actress of all time. And our nickname for this is called Cutthroat. And this is about to get cutthroat right now. So our first battle of the night. Man, tough one. I hate this happen. With the Battle of the Jays, we got Jennifer Garner from the TV show Alias versus Jasmine Guy from A Different World.
There we are. Dun, 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 dun. That's a good picture you found of Jasmine Guy there. I like that picture.
I keep telling you, man. A lot. I mean, I know Kev wanted the thirst trap pictures. Everybody don't have thirst trap pictures. They got some that are sexy. Because you would complain and say, well, that picture, she looks like a Mormon. She's like she's about to go out there selling Bibles or something. You know, so I was like,
No. If you're gonna quote me right. I said that the pictures were imbalanced. Some were more sexier than others. If you're gonna make them sexy, make them both sexy. If you're gonna make them plain Jane, make them both plain Jane. But pick one or the other. Not one looking like, for lack of a better phrase, my mom, and then the other one looking like.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's funny. So
wow.
Here we are, Jennifer Garner, Jasmine Guy. Like I said, this is a better picture of Jasmine Guy, I think, than the last one you had of her. This is a nice picture.
Yeah, this is a much better picture, actually.
Very, very cute. Very, very. It's sexy, but not over the top sexy. But it's still sexy. It matches her look, her sexiness. Because I never thought Jasmine Guy was overly sexy anyway. I thought she was pretty. I thought she was cute, and I loved her character. But I never saw her as like overly sexy. The sexy person on that show. There was a couple of sexy people on that show. Freddie was sexy, but also sexy in her own way.
Freddie was the girl.
Oh yeah, not overly sexy, not over the top sexy, but in her own Freddie way, she was sexy.
Can we all just keep it a buck? Freddie was the girlfriend on the block that everybody wanted to smash, but nobody could get the chance to smash. And then the little nerdy Clarence dude that lived 3 blocks over, one day you come back home to visit, and you like, Clarence married who?
Yeah. Clarence married her. Exactly. To me, that was, sexy. She was sexy in her own way. Of course.
To all the Clarences out there. No.
Lisa Bonet, of course. I mean, everyone had their own little thing going on, but I was never too overly. But I do love Jasmine Guy though, and she looks really nice in this picture. I think.
Well, I don't like Jasmine Guy.
Yeah, I definitely. She looks really hot.
How can you not like
Jasmine Guy is
Dominique?
Let me check. I didn't. How can I put this? I liked her character. And I love the rich debutante way she played her character, but her look, it didn't. I wasn't like dudes was out here in these streets like, yo, Jasmine Guy is everything.
I mean, she ain't everything, but like I said, when she was like this. And this was around that different world type of look, but not being Whitley, obviously. But yeah, I thought she had her moment where she was, and this how you know a woman is hot, and she's having her hot moment because Eddie Murphy goes and put her in a movie and throws his tongue down their throat. that's how you know a woman is an actress is hot in more than one way. Hot being looking hot and just. Once again, when we talk about that talk of the town or in the industry or whatever, stuff like that. He did it. What he do? Jasmine Guy was start to be at her peak. What he do? Throw her in Harlem Nights as his love interest. So, I mean, bruh, this is what it is. He does it. He does it all the time. And Jennifer Garner, of course. Jennifer Garner is definitely sexy. She's always been very sexy. Very sexy.
Ben Affleck was stupid to divorce her. I'm sorry. I don't know if I would have picked her.
Well, I don't know about that because he kind of upgraded to another Jennifer. So, don't know about that.
Oh, crap. Hold on a second.
That's up for debate. That's just like saying Brad Pitt, even though a lot of people, me, I never really been a big fan of Jennifer Aniston. I think she got sexier as she got older, but that's just like saying Brad Pitt leaving Jennifer Aniston. And let me upgrade you. So, yeah. It's an upgrade. So that's what it is.
But then the bottom line is Jennifer Garner is the hotter of the two.
Of the two who? Oh, these two right here in front of us.
Yeah, these two in front of us right now. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, she's definitely the hotter of the two, I think so. Yeah.
My granddaughter just asked me, am I okay? Yeah, I'm fine.
She said, are you okay? Yeah, Jasmine looks nice in this picture though. Rob did a good job finding a good picture. This is a nice picture of Jasmine. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, Jennifer Garner is definitely the hotter of the two. She had a little bigger of a Yeah, a little bit of an impact with her role on her show. Um, it wasn't a better show. I mean, they're two different shows. One is a drama comedy, a dramedy, comedy sitcom, and one is a action, whatever drama. So can't really compare the shows. That's a wash because it goes by what you like, right? Some people may actually say Aliens was a better show than A Different World. I mean, I wouldn't say that, but some people might. So that's can't really compare the shows. I think for this one, I'm just gonna go by who I think is hotter, and I think Jennifer Garner's a little bit hotter. And that's where
I'm forced to agree with you with that one. I gotta go with Jennifer Garner. Because not nothing. I mean, if I gotta look at the TV shows, I mean, I think that A Different World is the more relevant show because it dealt with a lot of real life scenarios that we don't really talk about too much.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
we're gonna go with
I think that the show was definitely more relevant. I just think it was better. It had better topics. It had better acting. It had better. I just think it was a better show. But you know, as we all say, it's like Jennifer Garner for the sweep on this one. Um, I'm just strictly going by. I think she's just hotter. That's it. Yeah, that's what I'm going with on this one. You can go with anything else. I definitely can't. Yeah, I can't use the show in this aspect because A Different World was a better show for sure.
yeah.
But we going with. I'm going with Jennifer Garner. We're all kind of going with her. So Jennifer Garner. Who's
Yeah.
next?
Okay, so our next battle is let me see here. All right, so our next battle, I don't know. I don't know if this is a handicap, but I don't. I mean, also I don't know. But our next battle is Jennifer Aniston from the TV show Friends versus Dawn Wells from the TV show Gilligan's Island.
Alrighty.
Anderson, why is this even a conversation?
Mary. Well, it's a bracket, Kev. She made it to the next round. So you gotta go. You gotta at least discuss it. I'm as much as I'm not a Jennifer Aniston fan, I'm gonna go with Jennifer Aniston definitely on this one. Dawn Wells, you had your
Not Jennifer
your
Aniston.
little moment, huh?
Yeah, but you're a fan of them lengths, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, there's a whole lot of women ahead of her on my list as far as whatever. But of course, she is hotter than Dawn Wells in my opinion. I guess. In even I don't know. I guess. Yeah. But once again, if I don't use that, because like I said, I'm not a fan of Jennifer Aniston's looks. I've never been. I think she's overrated as far as looks go. Her impact was big. Her character was big. And the fact that she's moved on and she's in films now and stuff like that, that's big. So her longevity was big. All of the other categories, she smashes Dawn Wells. But if I'm just going to look at them and say, who do I think is better looking, I can flip a coin. So I'm not a fan of Jennifer Aniston's looks. So, but I'm going with her because, she definitely beats out Dawn Wells.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Um, I'm gonna have to go with Jennifer Aniston myself. I mean, like I said, I have never seen an entire episode of Friends. It just doesn't interest me. I didn't start becoming hip to Jennifer Aniston really until just go with it when she came gliding across the floor in that outfit with the song behind her. I was like, oh my god, she's actually cute.
I started paying attention to her with Horrible Bosses and what's it called? Horrible Bosses?
Yeah,
like that.
Horrible Bosses too.
And she was great. She looked hot in that. And of course, We're the Millers. that scene, her little striptease scene, that was great. That was the hottest that I thought Jennifer Aniston ever was in We're the Millers. And that's it to me.
But she really became on my radar when Brad Pitt made the dumb move to go to Angelina Jolie, and I tried to shoot my shot, but I missed my flight.
Okay.
So, but Jennifer, if you're listening, 516, you know the rest. Holla at your boy.
Yeah, so Jennifer Aniston moves on. Who's next?
Wow,
Sorry, Doug.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around that one, Cass. Like I want to shoot my shot, but
wait, I'll make a desperate plea. I need a kidney. So what's up, Jennifer?
Oh God. Okay, who's next?
Okay, back to our regularly scheduled program. Our next one, once again, it hurts me to do this, but it is. So our next battle, and actually, no, I didn't meet her. No, I'm thinking of crap from Jefferson's, not her. But our next battle is Bernadette Staines from the TV show Good Times versus Trisha Helfer from the TV show Battlestar Galactica.
Okay. Bernadette Staines. Against I'm going with Thelma. I'm sorry. But Thelma still look good. Bernadette Staines, now she's way older now. And, I don't want to disrespect her or nothing. I'm just saying. But Bernadette, I saw her maybe about 4 years ago. I saw her on something. And I'm like, man, she can still get it. Like, she still look good. Man, there was no man in our age bracket back in the day that wasn't talking about, damn, Thelma from Good Times. Lord have mercy. And them damn bell bottoms and low waist pants. Lordy. All the curves in the right places. And like I said, I always bring it up. And then you bring her up how many years later she jumps in a video with Positive K. Still looking good. Man, oh man. Nah, man. That's that timeless good. That's the good times. The timeless hotness. I'm going with Bernadette. Going with that one. Good times. This one here, she's hot. But she looks like she everything else. Nothing separates her. At least Thelma was just, everyone knew who she was back then. For her time, I'm just saying, I gotta go with Thelma. Sorry, I gotta go with Bernadette Staines.
I really want to go with Bernadette, and if she was somebody else, I might say yeah, but I'm sorry, Trisha Helfer. I mean, she was one of the main reasons to watch Battlestar Galactica. I mean, for the moment she walked on the screen, you're like, Lord, who is this? And I mean, and I think I've seen both of them in person, and Bernadette Staines is very, very attractive. Could you like that's from my childhood. She almost looks the same. But there's just something about Trisha Helfer when I met her. It's like, wow, just that's all I could really say was like, wow. So I'm sorry, I got no disrespect to Bernadette, but I got to go with Trisha for this one.
Cool.
Yeah, Trisha Helfer. Sorry. Because A, I'm a sci-fi fan. B, I'm a Battlestar Galactica fan. And C, I'm a Battlestar Galactica fan. And C, that woman was hella sexy in every episode that she was in.
Even when she's supposed to be beat up. Even when she's supposed to be beat up, she was still smoking. You're like, wow.
But you know what? But see, now here's where and I don't want to drag this thing out, but this is where we impact our culture. Selma, Trisha. I mean, and see, and that's the thing about it. Depending on what circles you run in, if it's the hood circle, it's Selma. If you're in the
With the sci-fi circle, it's all
if
right.
you're in the sci-fi circle, it's Trisha, and I'm just gonna go to Trisha. Sorry, Selma.
Yeah, I hate to do it, but
So Trisha,
I gotta go with
Trisha
Trisha
moves
myself.
on.
Yeah,
Okay,
she
who's
moves on.
next?
Okay, our next battle of the night is okay. All right. Our next battle of the night is Victoria Principal from the TV show Dallas versus Tisha Campbell from the TV show Martin.
Oh, Jesus, what the hell is going on here?
I told you, Cutthroat is going to get worse as we get closer to the number one. It's going to get worse.
Cutthroat backwards.
Cutthroat. Victoria Principal from Dallas. And Gina from Martin. I'm going with Tisha Campbell, man. I'm going Tisha Campbell.
As much as I don't like her,
and Tisha Campbell not only forget it just about Martin. Once again, remember we talk about that Hollywood buzz. We talk about that buzz in the industry. Tisha Campbell was right there. She had her moment where she had that big buzz going on. As a matter of fact, she also did music where some people may or may not know. And Tisha Campbell was like
talented.
Yeah, it was like she was supposed to be like the Beyonce type of level. You know what I mean? Like she was really talented like that. And, whatever the case may be with the industry, however way she went with it didn't work out. But Tisha Campbell was super talented. She also does she's done Broadway plays and stuff like that. She's very super talented.
Okay, what happened? Her ass hooked up with Dwayne. That's what happened to Tisha Campbell. I don't keep my mouth.
Basically.
Yeah.
Basically, she hooked up with Dwayne Martin, and her career kind of went the way of the, I don't know, the way that she didn't want to go. But
did wait a minute?
To her credit, she
did
reinvented
it really?
herself. It did.
But did it really go? I mean, no, because
Yeah.
I mean, even after that, My Wife with Kids, she was on that for a while.
Well, I said she reinvented herself by coming on to My Wife and Kids. That was like the reinvention of her. That was after her singing career. That was after her, this we talking about in the prime of her life, prime of her career is when she had that moment where many women make that decision to go the way of the marriage and the family and the guy and whatever, and then their career doesn't, it either dies or dies down or whatever the case may be. She was at that crossroads where she could have went one way and been a certain way, and it's tough. I know, especially for women, it's tough for them. They make these decisions all the time. You have to be focused. Beyonce was focused. Look how long it took for Beyonce to start having a family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta be focused to do that. Let's just be honest. You can't just be, what I mean? Women, a lot of these women, they can't wait to start families and all this other stuff. That's all great because they always feel like they got this, they got the clock, right? The whole clock thing, the whole internal clock and blah, 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 blah. And they don't want to miss their window. Get it? But there's times in your life where you got to decide, am I going to go ahead and make this fortune and make a future so I can have a family and everything be good to go? Or am I just going to go ahead and get with this guy and have a family and then, try to make it even after I have a family? So it's a tough decision to make, and you have to be a certain type of person to make those decisions. So as Beyonce, you look at her now, she has the family. She has all the stuff that stuff right there that every woman dreams of. She's got the family, the marriage, and blah blah blah. It ain't happily ever after, bro. Shit, they happily. You heard Jay. We merrily eating off these streams. So, you know, there you go. So, yeah, that's the way I look at it. Yeah. What's going on? What's going on? Yusuf Ali. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you as always. We're right smack in the middle of our tournament. And here's the battle up for right now. We have Vincent Victoria Principal from Dallas, Tish Campbell from Martin. I'm just
Campbell.
laid out my regions for Tisha Campbell, and that's what it is. She was, yeah.
She
was hot.
She still is. She still is. She still is. I got a small soft spot for Tisha Campbell because she used to live on my block in East Orange. You know, for like for a real hot second. I mean, a real hot second. She was doing this show called From Rags to Riches, and she lived on my block for like the summer of '86, and then she was gone because she was going. No, she had just came back from London because she had the Little Shop of Horrors, and was saying it was coming out in the wintertime, but she was doing this TV show called Rags and Riches. But I think she left to go do School Days.
House Party. Oh, School Days. Yeah.
School Days.
She left to go do School Days. Man, I mean, Tisha Campbell played a lot of characters that I loved in movies, man. I loved her in House Party. I loved her in School Days. Even though she was so much of a bitch, but that character was cool. I liked it. She was that was deep. I loved her in those guys, man. I loved her in House Party, man. She was that girl, man. Sheree. No, she was Sheree. No, she was the other one. Sheree was the other
With
girl.
AJ. That's AJ.
That was AJ with her bad body. What was her name? What was her character's name?
Man, I can't remember her name.
I don't remember her name. Damn.
Gotta look it up real quick.
I have to look it up because I can't remember her name. But
you know, and on a side note, you know they actually remade House Party. It's coming out.
I told you. I know that. Yeah. It's not. I don't really consider it a remake though.
It's a remake.
It's not a remake.
Oh, Sydney. That's her name. Sydney
and Shireen. Yeah. To me, it's not it's definitely a reimagining, a reimagining. It's not really a remake. Yeah. Even though they're gonna give Kid and Play cameos in it, which they should. Any movie that you're in the spirit of an original movie, you should always give the originals a cameo if you can. Yeah, I mean, I don't really consider it a remake. You know, they're not playing the same characters. They're not supposed to be the same guys. So to me, that's not a remake. It's reimagining, a reimaging of it. It's just their own version. And it actually might be kind of funny. So,
I saw they showed the trailer at the Urban World Film Fest. I looked at this crap. I was like, "What is this crap?"
But you're looking at it, Ralph, because it's called House Party, and you're looking at it as in comparison to House Party that we all know and love, and we already know that it's not going to be that. It ain't gonna be. That's what you're already looking at. But just based on the very little principle that they got going on in there, it actually might be kind of funny. It's definitely going to appeal to this generation. But you know, it's gonna be it's gonna be more along the lines of Super Bad. You know, where you're gonna have like just all this outrageous stuff going on. They just happen to be using LeBron James's house, you know what I mean, or whatever. So there's gonna be all types of crazy stuff going on. Yeah, I literally do not consider that a House Party remake. You know what I mean? What did he say? Oh, maybe his phone's about to die. I don't know.
Well, like I said, I don't like Tisha, but
I gotta get credit.
Yeah,
Credit is
I'm
due.
going with Tisha Campbell most definitely. She beats this girl. I mean, come on. Not dissing her. Victoria Principal was a nice looking, attractive woman, but you know, she beats her on all the other levels as well, in my opinion. So Tisha Campbell moves on. Who's
Yeah,
next?
she's all right. Let's see who we got next. Is once again, it's called Cutthroat. Our next battle. Oh man, it's a heartbreaker, but we got to do it because it's called Cutthroat. Cutthroat. So our next battle is Lisa Bonet from the Cosby Show versus Rosalind Sanchez from Devious Maids.
Oh baby. Oh baby. Nice pictures. Nice pictures. This is a picture she done signed this, huh?
I don't know. I saw
She
that. I was
signed this
like,
picture for somebody.
I was like, wow.
She signed that picture for somebody.
I think that's a tat. I think that's a tattoo or something.
I don't think that's a tat. I think that's a signature. That's her name. That's her name. I think that's a picture that was signed for somebody, and then you got it off the internet, so they probably just put it on the internet. But yeah, that looks like a signed picture. That's her signature. Yeah.
But that's the battle tonight, fellas. So who you got?
Jeez. Yeah. Wow. I mean, if I choose Rosa Sanchez, it's strictly on looks. Rosa Sanchez, in my opinion, I think Lisa Bonet has done more for me, for what I think, as far as character acting. And I mean, like, I see Rosa Sanchez in person, man. Whoo, Lord have mercy, Jesus Christ.
But you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna clear all the conjecture. Here's the bottom line. Lisa Bonet did the Cosby Show. She did a different role. She did everything she did. She played in what's it called, the movie with Mickey Rourke. She did all that good stuff.
Angel.
She turned around and married Lenny Kravitz. She had a good God Almighty. Anyway, I'm like,
yeah, she married Lenny Kravitz, and she had a rebirth of her.
Good Lord,
sexier.
I listen. Anyway, I'm just gonna leave that alone. I'm just gonna act like I didn't even say that. All right, but she did that. Then on top of doing all of that, you make a man's dream come true. You had a man that sat down and said, I'm going to make her my wife one day. And what did he do? He turned around to Aquaman and he married the chick. He married her before Aquaman. Still.
Yeah, but still, he fulfilled his dream.
Yeah. Now, what's Rosalind Sanchez's story again? Exactly.
well, let's see. Rush Hour 2. Right. I'm sorry, but if I gotta go with stuff that she did, the piece when she basically showed women how to give a blowjob in Boat Trip, that was
Boat Trip.
that was enough for me. I was like, oh wow. Oh wow. You know,
when I met Rosa Sanchez in person was during the Super Bowl. We was covering the Super Bowl for Block TV. This was at Kim Kardashian's party. Is Kev still on the line with us? Why does it seem like he popped back in? He still popped backstage though.
Why are you up here twice? Oh, I know why you up here twice. I know why you up here twice.
You probably called from another phone, maybe. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, at that Kim Kardashian party. Whew. Rosa Sanchez is super fly, man. Super fly.
Lisa Bonet is black don't crack.
Oh yeah, Lisa Bonet still looks great too, man. This is a tough one for me because that Lisa Bonet, I'm sure one of many who was definitely my celebrity crush when I was younger. I'm like, Lord have mercy, she's so cool, and she's a cool person too. Because I think my brother interviewed her one time on his show years ago when he was doing it on Dollhouse Radio. I think he somehow got either that or she something. I remember her being very, very like a very cool person too.
Mm-hmm.
Rosalind, it's hard to judge her personality because this was red carpet and stuff like that. So you have a whole nother. Some people have no other energy when they're on the red carpet. They just want to kind of get through to answer questions. They don't want to deal with the press like that. So I couldn't really get a gauge on her personality, but she didn't really do any interviews. I don't even think we interviewed her. I met her. I said hi to her. Said she looks beautiful. She said thank you. I mean, just basic stuff. So I couldn't get a gauge for nothing with her. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I might have been, freaking the 100,000th person that night that told her she's beautiful. So, I don't know. And I can't even just say strictly on whatever because I'm looking back and forth, my head going back and forth like this. I'm looking at Rosalind, I'm like, wow, she's so fine. And then I look at Lisa Bonet and I'm like, wow, she's so fine. Yeah. They're just fine in different ways. You know what I mean? In a way, like Rosalind is that almost you know what I'm about to say, Kev. Rosalind is my weakness. That exotic look. That's my weakness. Always have.
Ain't exotic. She's Puerto Rican.
I don't care, man.
I said exotic look.
Oh, look.
I said exotic look. I didn't say she was exotic, but I said the look.
I mean, I don't want to call her. I don't want to say Rosalind Sanchez is average because she's not average. I mean, obviously. I mean, if I had to choose, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. If I had to choose between her, Eva Mendes, and old girl from Devious Maids.
Oh, from Devious Maids, yeah. She's in this round too, I think. She's coming
now.
up. So.
Wait, Kev. Before you finish the statement, if you got your choice between Rosalind Sanchez, Eva Mendes, and Salma Hayek, which one you taking?
Shit. I hate you, Ralph. God damn it.
Which one? No. Forget, no. Second thought. No. Forget which one you taking. Which one? Because
don't you do it? Don't you do it?
No. I'm gonna just put it like this. Which one do you shoot your shot with? Out of those three, if all three of them was in the room, right? Who do you shoot your shot at? Rosalind Sanchez, Eva Mendes, or
I'd
Salma
shoot it
Hayek?
at Eva. Eva Mendes seems like the nicest of the. Like she seems like the most approachable of the three. She seems like just based on I've never met her in person. Just based on what I've seen and her personality, what it at least appears to be, she appears to be the most approachable. Rosa Sanchez, you can tell when she was standing up there, Negro, don't even try it if you ain't coming correct. Don't try to come to her. She was standing up there like, whoop, whoop, whoop. You're like, nah. You that's the one you go. That's the one you walk up to with flowers in your hand and be like, what am I doing? Should I give her flowers? No, I shouldn't give her flowers. I'm gonna give her something else. I'm gonna go back here
give
and
her
do
a
this.
card.
Nope. You both got it wrong. That's the chick you walk up to with your bank statement saying how many M's you got in it.
Exactly. You gotta come down.
And if you look at your bank statement and you only got like $500 in your account,
go home.
Go home.
But Lisa Bonet might still talk to you. You see?
Lisa Bonet's gonna take you. she gonna take you right to the bar. She gonna run a tab, pull a 500
Yeah.
with that, and then she gonna tell you bye.
And she
And
might
I
try to
think out
drink
of
you
those
under the
three, and I
table.
think out of those three you mentioned, Ralph, I think Eva Mendes. Now, who was it? Who was the other one I said? Who'd you say?
Yeah,
I said,
Eva Mendes, you got it right.
Yeah.
Because Selma Hayek is, you know what?
She definitely not
Ralph,
as approachable.
the only reason why I said I hate you, Ralph, please stop. The only reason why I said I hate you for this one, Ralph, is because I love Selma Hayek, but every time she comes up in one of these kind of conversations, 3-6 Mafia comes up, and it just ruins everything.
3-6 Mafia.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
for
don't
what she did to 3-6 Mafia. That All right, so very quickly, Selma Hayek, when 3-6 Mafia won the Oscar, she really treated them bad that night. And these guys were, like Kevin was saying, this guy from 3-6 Mafia is like, I love Selma Hayek, man. I loved her. I've been loving her since whatever movie, right? And they take a picture with her, or they go to take a picture with her, and she makes some comment about, all of the ancestors that died for you to wear, or something like that. She said, all the ancestors in
All of your,
Africa are
do
struggling,
you know how many
or
of your
some shit like that.
ancestors died for you to wear all of that gold and diamonds?
Yeah, that's what
Wow.
she said. Like, wow, really? Like, you ain't even.
Dude said his whole night. He said he basically was done for the rest of the night. He could have went home
Yeah,
because
he's like, yeah. He said, talk about a damn instant hard kill. He was like, yo, I love me some Selma Hayek. Got next to her, take a picture. He's like, yo, my shit went limp after that. He's like, yo, I completely lost every emotion of attraction or anything for her. Like, that was whack, yo. That was whack for her to do that.
Wow.
These dudes are celebrating a win of an Oscar. It's a milestone. They made history. You know what I'm saying? Especially for them. And you just gonna dampen their night and make that shit.
And you take it upon yourself to be the gold police. You're the diamond police. Like people, like they're like. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. For those who don't know, Africa is not the only place that gold comes from. And it's not like let's keep it a buck. Any gold that they're wearing is probably not from the ancestors, Salma. Can we just keep it a buck?
Yeah, she really had no right to go there. Number one, you ain't African. you have no. Yeah, she had no right to go there. That was just pure shade for whatever reason. Maybe she didn't feel they should have won. That was just pure shade. But that's either.
Yeah, what he should have said was, "Oh, you know what? You're right. Yeah, you're right about that. But guess what? You ain't wholly Mexican because you're half Spain. You're a Spaniard mixed with the Aboriginal people from this land. So yeah, go back to Spain. How about that?
Yeah.
See, this is why, Ralph. This is why I said I hate you, Ralph. Because I love Selma Hayek, but then all of these feelings come up.
I didn't know none of that stuff. That
she was wrong for that. But back to this battle, man. This is a tough one, bro. I don't know. I'm just gonna close my eyes. I'm flip a coin on it. I'm literally gonna flip a coin. Where's a coin? I need a coin. I'm flipping a coin. Do I have a coin? Yes, I do.
Wow. What you should be doing is you should be flipping the impact on the culture. And I'm gonna tell you why.
Well, I mean, that's not even a question. Ain't no flip on that. It's Lisa Bonet.
Yeah, more definitely Lisa Bonet.
But that's not even. I don't have to flip it. I'm talking about just pure looks. Who do I like better?
But even with the culture aspect, I mean, Rosin Sanchez was on a show that starred all
but who's
female Latino cast.
Whose daughter is Catwoman?
Well, there ain't no argument with that one. Ain't no argument with that one.
Okay, I'm going heads. Lisa Bonet. No, actually, let's give Rosa Sanchez heads.
Yeah,
after the whole boat trip thing. So heads, Rosa Sanchez. Tails, Lisa Bonet, and we flip. Let's flip it again. That was a terrible flip.
Oh Jesus Christ!
I'm not. I was a terrible flip. I'm not gonna be cast. I will not be cast.
What was your name, Harvey?
Yeah, I know. I will not be cast as Harvey Dent anytime soon. All right. Heads, Rosalind. Tails, Lisa. What is it? What is it?
You can't even see
Why
it.
you need to put on his glasses to see? What the hell is going on?
It fell on the table, man. Oh, damn! I can't see it.
Listen, Ralph, I smell a bunch of cheating going on over there.
No, it's not cheating. It is Tails.
Okay. All right.
Tails.
All right.
Nah, I just picked it up and just put it up there. So I'm going Lisa. That's how much I feel for both of them, because I love Rosalind Sanchez. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I only love Rosalind Sanchez just because she's just hot. I love Lisa Bonet for a whole lot of other reasons. So it was fate. That's why it landed on Tails. Lisa Bonet.
Okay, and I'm guessing that Kevin. I'm going with Rosalind, but I'm guessing Kevin is going with Lisa.
Listen, all I gotta say is real.
She gave us the Catwoman. All right, Lisa Bonet moves on. Who's next?
All right. Lisa Bonet's march is on.
It is.
All right. So our next battle, I think she's part Latino also, but our next battle is Eva Longoria from the TV show Desperate Housewives versus Jennifer Love Hewitt from the show The Client List.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah, Eva is part Latina too.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah,
I
know Eva, but I think
Italian.
I think Jennifer is somewhat Latino.
Oh, Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Yeah,
maybe.
You know what? You know what's funny? Y'all was saying y'all kept saying Rosalind Sanchez, right? And I'm mad at myself. I still stick with my decision. But she's the one who I was talking. I had Desperate Housewives and Devious Maids
mixed up. Yeah. A lot of that happens a lot. That happened a lot to me. And when you said Eva Mendes, you said Eva Mendes before, right?
I did say Eva Mendes. Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Ralph
when you had the three, I had her in my mind. That's who I was talking about personality wise. She seems like more approachable. I had Eva Longoria in my mind as far as more approachable.
Yeah, when y'all was saying
that's what I thought that's who I was thinking of.
Yeah, I don't know how I was messing that up because Devious Maids was my show. And for some reason, every time y'all said Rosalind Sanchez, Eva Longoria's face popped up in my head. That is like,
and when you say Eva Mendes, she popped up in my head because of the name. But I was thinking Eva Longoria. I mean, Eva Mendes is gorgeous too. But I was thinking Eva Longoria because she just seems so.
But if you had to say out of the three of them, I think Rosalind Sanchez is like in real life. I think between her and Eva Mendes, those two would be the coolest people that'll probably hang out with you for a minute, and then tell you bye.
Like I said, that time that I did see her in person, I don't know she didn't give me that vibe. She didn't give me like bitch vibes, but I'm just saying she didn't give me that vibe. This one here gives you that vibe that she'll probably hang out with you for the night, hang out, go party, gamble, drink, and shit like that, and have a good time. You know, she just gives you that vibe, her personality.
Well, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, for Eva, I am a Jennifer Love Hewitt fan. I am a ghost whispering ass Negro. I literally my and I think my fiance knew it, my ex-fiance. I think Ramona knew it because she would be looking at me and I'd just be sitting at the TV like, I love you, but if she can be in the bed with the both of us, it would be a beautiful thing.
You really said that out loud?
Nobody say that out loud. You crazy.
I'm about to say. I'm about to say that. Then you got a lot of balls.
Listen, my ex-fiance was Puerto Rican, Chinese, and Portuguese. I was not messing with that woman. Okay.
That's like you got a lot of balls.
Westworld, I had to not go to a party once because these. Anyway, yeah, no, I wasn't playing with her like that. I might look at the screen, but that's about. She's one of those hot blooded, and Puerto Rican on top of all of that. She was hot blooded like that, like one of those. If she catch you looking, she wasn't one of those cool chicks. Like, oh yeah, she looks nice in those jeans. You look at those jeans and be like, yo, are those apple bottoms? What you mean, are they apple bottoms? Why are you looking at them?
Yeah, I think you know what? I don't really know. The funny thing is, I like the stuff that Jennifer Love Hewlett's done better than I like Eva Longoria's stuff. I think Eva Longoria is a tad bit hotter, but I may even have to. You know what? I'm doing this one. Rest in peace, Mom. I'm doing this one for my mother. Eva Longoria, she was on The Young and the Restless. You know what I'm saying? Young and the Restless. She's an OG Young and the Restless character. And my mother liked her, The Young and the Restless. I'm going with Eva on this one.
You know what? He threw that out there because he know ain't nobody gonna mess with him at INS. We just gonna let it slide right by because that's what I'm doing.
Well, let's say if that's the case. This case, Jennifer Love Hewitt is in Sister Act. I mean, a lot of people like Sister
No,
Act.
I mean that's great. I mean, but a lot of people don't realize she was in Sister Act because she, wasn't really that big or noticeable in that film. But she had a nice way. I'm just saying, Jennifer Love Hewitt can still win. I'm picking Eva. That's all I'm saying. Go with Eva Longoria for those reasons, sentimental reasons.
I mean, and what is Eva doing right now? I mean, Jennifer Love Hewitt is on 911.
She's on what?
Yeah, she's on 911.
Yeah. Cool. I don't know what
and so like she's on 911. She's on 911, and Ghost Whisperer is what's that famous word we love?
Syndication.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And they were playing. I Know What You Did Last Summer a lot during Halloween. So.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I knows what you did last summer. All right, cool. Ralph, if you're going with her, then she moves on.
Yeah, and she was spoofed in Scary Movie.
Bring it to me so I can do it.
Right, she was referred to as Jennifer Love Huge Tits.
Well, no, I mean the character that they played, right? I mean,
no, I'm just saying they spoofed her, but that's what she said. She was like, "Oh, they called her that." They was like, "Oh, Jennifer Love Huge Tits."
Yeah. She does got some huge
That's
tits.
funny. That is.
And she
funny.
does have them.
All
right,
I love her. I love her though, but
all right. So Jennifer Love Hewitt marches on, right? All right. Our next battle, and I gotta say, because I've met both of these ladies in real life, and man, they were stunning. So our next battle is classic beauty Nichelle Nicholas from the show Star Trek versus current beauty Persia White from Girlfriends. And wait a minute. Before Wes says anything, you gotta take out the fact that you worked with her before. You gotta yank that out. Can't be personalized by that fact.
Why not?
You can't know.
Look, man. I gotta take out my personal.
You gotta take that out.
Run it.
Like she said, I'm gonna add it to.
And I hope I'm in the running, so I dressed up for it, just trying to, I'm maintaining.
Before you get rushed.
Anyway, sending you much love.
Now I know that's what she said.
You ain't right. You a bastard. You're a bastard for playing that. Why you gonna play that to me? Why you gonna play that to me and make me make this decision, huh? Man.
I'm just saying.
How you gonna tell me that I gotta take away that I was working with her?
You know what? I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you
and
why.
And then you play that for me.
No,
she did maintain too.
Right?
She is maintaining.
Yes,
she looks great.
She really. Yeah, she really is. That leg was sticking out through the dress. I was like, damn, Lynn. I was like, damn, Lynn. But I'm gonna tell you why. And this is serious. Cause see, we was doing the Halloween show, right? Did you or did you not say you were gonna troll me with Carrie?
I didn't say that.
Did you or did you not say that? Yeah. So yes, payback.
But I didn't. I did not. I didn't choose violence. I chose peace.
I'm choosing peace too.
I did not choose violence. I chose peace.
And remember,
so
she might be
not
and
to
remember
troll you.
And remember, she might be watching it because I told her about it that we do it every Monday. So she probably looking at it right this minute.
That's right. She watching. I don't care if she watching it. I'm telling you, I can't separate my feelings. I can't separate my feelings. So whether she goes down with the ship, I'm going down with the ship. I'm going Persia. That's right. If she don't win Persia, it ain't gonna be because of me. If you don't win.
Wow.
Just wanted to let you know that.
He taking it away.
I'm going with my girl.
I mean,
and the same thing for you, Kev. You got to take out the fact that y'all work with her. You got to take it out.
Well, I listen. When she came on set, I was laid back in the cut. I wasn't nowhere near her. Actually, I didn't spend no time around her. Actually, when the shoot was over, I was taking people. I was transporting people back to where they needed to be. So I didn't even get a chance to really hang with her like everybody else. Take pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
I might have taken one picture, but that's about it.
Right.
So I'm like Nichelle is, but it's Nichelle. Even Persia would be like, you know what?
I know Nichelle is a legend. I mean, we know that.
No doubt about that.
She's a legend.
I mean, those legs. I mean, just Nichelle was just. Lord,
I mean, she has the best legs in the galaxy. The best set of legs in the galaxy.
And then what? And what better than to have a woman
broke barriers? We know that.
Not only did she break barriers, but what to have a woman that's a translator that can speak to you in multiple languages and just make I'm going with Nichelle. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm so conflicted here. I'm so conflicted.
Well, I gotta admit, this one I'm a little conflicted too because now that I met Persia White 2 weeks last weekend, but back in '89 I had the pleasure of meeting Nichelle Nicholas at a Star Trek convention. She actually used to do these when the conventions were a little less tamer, so to speak. She actually used to do this cabaret show, and she came out and she sang a bunch of songs and stuff. And she's a cool person, and certainly she is a classic beauty. Man, you know what? So you got me with that. Like she could translate. She could talk to you in like multiple language. But on the flip side, Lynn is sexually fluid. She's open to a lot of different things, right? You
definitely gotta have more fun with Lynn.
Yeah, I think I have more.
You have more fun with Lynn if you go, with the character of Lynn. But hey, I don't know. Can't say you have more fun with her because a horror, like Kev said, you could be banging her. She talking you in Klingon.
Yeah, and but she said
she could tell you to give it to me in Klingon.
Yeah, and she could say we gonna beam your boy. We gonna have sex. We gonna have sex on Vulcan in front of all the
on Vulcan.
All the Vulcans and make them jealous and say that's not logical. So
that's not logical.
that's not logical. How is he performing that move? That's just not logical. The human body isn't meant to contort that way. And she's like, shut up.
Yeah.
Man.
Hey man, you know what it is with me. I love the legend, but we going with the new guard.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going with.
Damn. No. Okay, I can't flip a coin because I don't have a coin. Right. But I just did the
Do
Rock
eeny
paper
me,
scissors.
eeny meeny
Rock,
miny mo.
rock paper scissors. Rock paper scissors.
you can't
Yeah,
do that by
right.
yourself.
Okay,
You need
rock paper scissors.
Yes,
Well,
you
we
can.
can all do it.
No, you can rock paper scissors by yourself. Look. Oh wait, you can't see me. Sorry.
see,
Yeah.
man.
I just did it. Rock paper boom. Yep. Rock wins. But I didn't pick anybody to be rock or
Man,
scissors or paper.
this is harder than what I thought, but it's called cutthroat, right? It's called cutthroat. And I hate to do it,
Cutthroat.
but I gotta go with Nichelle. I gotta go with Nichelle. You know,
Michelle
classic
Nichols
beauty,
moves on.
classic beauty, trendsetter, originator. You know, even though the book of her life is always gonna be Star Trek, but then you got to take into account of this fact is that when she wanted to quit the show, she was told not to by Martin Luther King. I think for anything else in your life, that just like hold up, this guy who was
That
the
whole
leader,
part right there.
yeah, he's a leader of the civil rights movement, and he's saying, hold up, I watch Star Trek,
Don't
you
quit.
can't quit. It's big,
Yeah,
it's bigger than you, it's bigger
it's
than
bigger
you,
than you.
And
right?
on top
Okay,
of that,
so she moves
and
on.
on top of that, and on top of that, I love to always pull this card, but thank you to Lucille Ball.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. So Nichelle Nichols moves on.
Sorry,
Sorry,
Persia.
Persia. It wasn't me,
I'm
Persia.
sorry,
It wasn't
Persia.
me. It wasn't me, Persia. I looked out for you. It wasn't me.
Well, listen,
So
I bought
this
your album twice. Your first album, I bought it twice.
so there you go. All right, we are at our last battle of the night.
Okay, so the last battle tonight. Okay. All right. Our last battle is Kerry Washington from the show Scandal versus Christian Bell from the show Veronica Mars.
Veronica Mars. I love Veronica Mars. I love Kristen Bell. It's funny. Like I said, if you want to see a very interesting movie and some really nice sex scenes with Kristen Bell, go watch that old crazy long title called "The Girl in the House Across the Street from the Girl in the Window" or something like that. It's called on Netflix. I think it's called "The Woman in the House Across the Street from the Girl in the Window." Something like that. It's a long ass crazy title, and I think it's kind of like a dark comedy. It kind of reminds me of. It's kind of like how the flight attendant is like a dark comedy type of deal. It's got murder and stuff like that going on in it, but it's supposed to be like a comedy. She really kills in that. She kills in that. Um, always liked her. But I mean, Kerry Washington, I think, is definitely prettier. Um, Kerry Washington. I mean, see, I didn't watch Scandal, so I don't know. I'm sure she got all her hot sexiness from that show.
Pretty
Her
much.
portraying the character in that show. Because in Save the Last Dance, she was just so cute. I was like, she's a little cutie. She was just so cute in Save the Last Dance. Not sexy to me, but cute. And she was also very pretty in the Fantastic Four movie. You know what I mean? She was like really beautiful in that movie when she played the blind girl. So I always saw Kerry Washington as just very pretty, you know. But to be honest with you, in my opinion, when she joined Scandal and became that star, to me she started getting less prettier. She lost a lot of weight, and especially in her face, because her face used to be kind of fuller and a little chubbier. But she lost it. Well, she lost the weight before Scandal though. But anyway, I'm just gonna probably end up going with Kerry Washington because she's just such I mean, she was dominating with that show, man. That show was so big, and people that character was so big, at the time and popular.
It spun
And
off
I
a lot
guess
of other stuff.
it spun off stuff, and it really just kind of put it, just that whole movement, man. That show, like I said, I didn't watch it. The wife watched it a lot, and show was just big. I love Kristen Bell because she keeps moving, right? She keeps moving around, and she keeps reinventing herself and going into shows and having nice runs on the show. So let's not get it twisted. Kristen Bell is definitely holding her own. She definitely holds her own. But I think that I think Kerry Washington just held too much weight with that character, which is it was such impact, and that I don't know. It's probably a more popular character than any of Kristen Bell's characters. Although the Veronica Mars show was very popular.
And remember, fans. The one thing I'm gonna say about that part is, don't forget the fans paid to get that
That's true.
movie made. Fans paid,
That's
not
true.
them. Fans paid.
Fans
it.
paid for that. They did. Yeah, they did, which was
Yeah.
I thought was awesome. That was like groundbreaking. That they
Right.
did
So
that.
when you talk about fandom,
Did they
like
do that with
DC,
like a? Did they do that with like a Kickstarter or something
yeah,
like that? Or?
with a Kickstarter. So like when we talk about fans, DC, Marvel, Harry Potter, whatever,
That's a
Star
bit.
Wars, ain't nobody ever did that one before.
That's true. This is true. That's very fair to say. All of these so-called diehard fans of these movies, and let's be honest, what's the difference from putting money into a Kickstarter or going to the movie and seeing it?
Not much.
And putting money into that. So my point is the difference, meaning you're putting the money up front because you want to see it. Why wouldn't fans start doing that if they wanted to see, whatever movie that they tell us? Listen, we will pay for you to do it.
Yeah. We'll pay
That's
for the
a big
first
fan
million.
base right there.
We'll pay for the first million. So we want
hell, the fans could pay for damn near the whole thing if they really wanted to.
True.
They all put in, if everyone put in, they pay for the whole thing. Because think about it. When you release a movie and a movie makes $500 million at a box office, and they've put in, $200 million from the beginning. They spent $200 million to make it, and it makes $500 million. That means really all you got to do is just get the fans to pay the prices of a movie ticket. If you get enough people to do it, you raise the money.
Yeah. So I had to take that. I had to take that into consideration. Because and that's not with Christian Bell. That's with the character Veronica Mars.
Right. But Christian Bell, she didn't she upset somebody last round? Christian Bell,
she did.
I think she upset somebody last round.
Yeah, she beat Sofia Vergara. That was the upset. That was the upset.
Although, like I said, career-wise, to me, there's no comparison. I think Kristen Bell has a better career than Sofia Vergara. But Sofia Vergara got that bread.
That's true.
Vergara is one of the highest paid people, even though she didn't put in the work that Kristen Bell had, but she got more bread. At least she got more bread, paid-wise. But that was an upset. If she sneaks by this one, Lord have mercy. If she upsets Kerry Washington, this girl here might be a sleeper going into the next round if she ends up doing that.
I'm all Kerry Washington, so.
Kerry Washington.
See, I was gonna see. I was thinking about that. I'm thinking about. I was gonna go with Christian Bell because not only Veronica Mars, then you turned around and you did the show with Don Cheadle. Right, that was another 5 years.
House
then you
of
turn
Lies.
around, then you did another show with Ted Danson about dead people. It was a comedy that lasted a couple of years. You got the podcast thing going on. I thought you were pretty good in the Bad Mom series, so you had that going on. And not for nothing, if y'all never saw the movie Oh crap, what's it called? It's about a group of kids, a group of teenagers that basically try to go to Skywalker Ranch to see the Phantom Menace fanboys. She just seemed like the girl, like she's the kind of girl where you sit to say, if you saw her, she's like, let's have a beer, let's have a couple of drinks and talk, and we could talk movies or comic books.
She is definitely that girl to hang out with.
Yeah,
she gonna get white girl wasted.
Yeah,
she gonna hang out with you, have fun, talk ish, cuss, drink.
Yeah. She's like, I want some hot wings. I want some hot wings, and she'd be right to say. She said, give me the
one.
What's the one that says I put that S on everything? Like that's what I need. I need that right now.
Yeah, she's gonna be that one to do that. Hell, even between the two of them, I probably want to hang out with her before Kerry Washington. That's just me, because she just seems like she has more fun.
Yeah,
but I have to go with Kerry Washington because she looks better. That's number one to me. And number two, just that big impact that she made with that character. That character is huge. I'm gonna remember that. As a matter of fact, she did so well at embodying that character. She's doing a lot to get out from under that character.
Yeah.
She's got to do a lot to get out from under that character because since that show has went off, she's been in stuff and she's done well. She's a really good actress. She's definitely a good actress. But people still look at her as that. She's gonna have to do something very impactful, I think, to get out from under that character's label.
I agree.
But I'm going with her though. We're gonna round out the night with Kerry Washington finally taking out Kristen Bell.
Sorry, Christian. We tried.
I love Kristen though. Like I said, I probably watched and seen more stuff with Kristen than her. But it's hard to take Olivia Pope out. It's just hard. And she looks really, I ain't gonna lie, she looks really good in this picture though. Kerry, I love that hairstyle on Kerry.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know that was her, bro. When I first looked at it, when you sent me this, I was like, who that? I'm like, oh man. I was like, yo, that's Kerry Washington. Yeah, because I'll be honest with you, she went through a phase for me while she was on that show. I was like, Kerry Washington don't look good. That's what I was looking at, some of the pictures of her. I was like, she got mad skinny.
Yeah, she did.
She lost a lot of weight. You know what that was, bro. She was getting in the Hollywood shape. That's what that was.
Yeah.
You know how they do.
Her husband might have had a little something to do with that too, because she married a football player. He's like, look. If I gotta go ahead and become a wide receiver, you're gonna hit that treadmill.
Right. She had to get it. She had to get in the more Hollywood shape. But I was meaning more the fact that you're being put on national television. You're they're matching you up with white characters, stuff like that. So you're going to appeal to white men. You gotta lose some of that weight. I'm telling you, that's probably what they did. You gotta lose some of that weight. Because your character, you're going to appeal to white men that watch shows and things like that. Especially the fact that they pairing you up with white characters on this show. You're gonna lose some of that weight. You gotta get thinner. So, well, there you have it.
Like
so
Stephen King said, thinner.
That's what I said. Thinner.
All right.
Yeah.
Then,
So, all right. Let's round it out.
All right. All right. So the winners for tonight are Jennifer Garner, Jennifer Aniston.
Well, let's start with Jennifer Aniston, Jennifer Garner,
Trisha Helfer. Tisha Campbell.
Tisha Campbell, which is right
Lisa,
here.
Yeah, Lisa Bonet. Jennifer Love Hewitt. Nichelle Nicholas. And finally, Kerry Washington. So
Love you,
congratulations.
Persia. And Kerry Washington. Congratulations. You are now in the Sweet 16. So next week we continue with our first bracket of the Sweet 16.
Remember, it's gonna
It's
get
getting
I gotta.
crazy.
all right.
I'm
And
sorry,
just
guys. I got
Yeah.
to run. My grandkids
All
are
right, man.
getting dementia.
all right. All right. Good night.
Good night.
And
So
and
there you have it.
just a reminder for all y'all watching: the other 8 opponents are Felicia Rashad from the Cosby Show, Lucy
Right.
Liu from Elementary,
Mm-hmm.
Garcelle Bouveau from the Jamie Foxx Show, I believe Nicole Evie Parker from Soul Food, Pamela Anderson from Baywatch. Crap. I know Maggie Q went on. I believe Lucy Lawless. And I believe we also said Kelly Coco, but I had to go back and check that.
Yeah, it was Kelly. And I'm
Kelly
gonna be
Coco.
honest with you, bro. I was about to do a recount on that one. Because now, you know what I forgot? We can't do it. She went on. But you know what I forgot to consider when it was her against Alyssa Milano?
Oh, and wait a
You
minute.
know what
And I take it back. I take it back. We Nicole Evie Parker did not move on. It's Christy Alley moved on.
Christy Alley moved on. Okay.
Yeah.
So, what was I just saying? Oh, so her against Alyssa Milano. What I did not consider is they were at one point they were both on Charmed.
Yes, for a hot minute. They were both on Charms.
For a hot minute. And I've been watching Charm the last few weeks. It's been coming on TV. Yo, Alyssa Milano was hotter than her. It's too. She's moved on already, so we can't have a recount. I'm not in Florida anymore. I'm not calling for a recount. But I have changed my mind, to be honest with you. I've had a change of heart. Alyssa Milano is hotter than her, in my opinion. But it is what it is. She moved on. I forgot to say, because I'm like, when they were both on Charm, it wasn't even close. She was hotter than her. Period.
But I think when she was on Charm, she was still a teenager.
Was she?
I believe she was still a teenager when she was on Charmed. So I don't know if that's the case, then you certainly can't count that one.
Can't use her anyway.
Yeah, because she was only on season 8.
She was still young. Yeah, she was only in the last or second to last season, or she was in the last season too, I think. Because the last season was 9, I think, and they had 9 seasons.
It says it was on.
So they went 9 seasons.
So that was like 2005. So, and Kelly Coco, how old was Kelly Coco in 2005?
I don't know.
Oh, she was 20 years old. She was only 20 years old. 20 years
20. old. But I ain't no teenager, but yeah, whatever. She was still younger.
Yeah.
She still would have made the cut. There's no point in using her from that show because she wasn't the star of that show. But I'm looking at it like, and Melissa Milano is much older than her, and Melissa Milano's still hot right now. Still very hot right now. And she's quite a bit older than Kaylee Cuoco. But yeah, if I would have recounted, I think I'd have just went with Alyssa Milano because those last few seasons of Charmed, bro, Charmed was such a dope show, man. Their wardrobe people for Charmed, 100. They dressed them girls nice, bro. And Alyssa Milano is super hot in that show, super hot. So, anywho. There you go. So we come back next time and we do that, man. Now I'm gonna have to reach out to Persia and let her know she's been eliminated. No.
You can do it.
Oh man, I wish we could have had her on the show. Still want to get her on. Say, Persia, you gotta come on the show. Listen, I'm gonna explain right out the gate. I'm like, that man eliminated you, not me.
No. You can't blame me.
I would say that man chose the OG.
But like I said, for Nichelle Nicholas, you might say, well, it's Nichelle Nicholas. I mean, how could you not?
Of course. How could you not? Exactly. She might. No, I'm joking. But that was cool. You never sent me that either, Ralph.
I did send it to you. Oh no, I didn't because I was holding that, and I gotta send you because I got Demetrius to give us a drop this weekend too.
All right, cool. Real quick before we go, how was that?
Oh man, let me first of all, happy. It was Demetrius' birthday on Saturday. Everybody, the entire crowd wished him a happy birthday. But
happy
man,
birthday, brother.
But man, once again, my hats is off to Demetrius and his entire staff for pulling this off. They make it seem it's so smooth, and he walks around, he's greeting people, he's talking to people, he's still getting stuff done. But it was awesome again, man. I mean, he definitely had the OGs back. Michael Jai White, Ron Van Cleef, uh, the Hammer was back. Coach Cheese from the Warriors is there, but he had this one girl that I met. Her name is Amy Johnston, and man, she's beautiful. About 5'6", blonde, blue eyes, but she's a stunt woman. And found out that Amy Johnston is one of the stunt women that stunt doubles Scarlett Johansson in the Winter Soldier. So I found that out, and there was another guy there who I didn't get a chance to talk to. He was a stunt man for Avengers Endgame because he was walking he was walking around with a crew jacket on, and that's what I found out that he was a stunt man for that one.
Nice.
But Demetrius and then other people like that he brings. I mean, these are all grandmasters, sensei, martial art experts. Bobby. And bringing them all together to showcase the love for the genre, action movies, Black Pride. It is just such an overwhelming event, and I am so happy that he ever asked me to come to it. I will always go to no matter where I live. I will always come to his events. And he's the guy. He even with the screenings. I mean, he had all these screenings on Saturday of all the independent films. And shout out to Art School. They just walked off with multiple awards for their shorts. I mean, he actually had one guy. They actually gave them like a title belt. Another one had this big like Flavor Flav rope that was on his big gold chain. I was like, wow! But it was like every time they're coming up to get something, come to get something, And it was really nice. And then I met another woman.
That's dope.
She is. We were talking. I want to make sure I say her name right because I know sometimes people I want to say your names correctly. Valencia Tate, right? She is a stunt woman, but so I said, okay, what project was she? Said, oh, I'm not in a movie that's here. I'm Whitney Houston stunt double, and I want to dance with somebody. I was like, whoa,
very cool.
God, what is his name? He had the one gentleman that was in the original Mortal Kombat. That was one of the first fighters. He had him there. I mean, he always has a nice selection of people, and not just
that's dope.
Them to, just be there, but they also give back. They talk to you. They teach you how they do things. Don the Dragon Wilson. I mean, that guy alone, I could just sit in the room with him for hours and just listen to him talk about how he came into Hollywood.
Yeah.
I mean, he is incredible. Everybody's incredible. Bobby, like I said, Bobby Samuels. And there's someone whose name that I know that I forgot. I'm sorry, I just can't think right now. But shout out to Demetrius and the entire staff of HBO for helping him out. You guys do a wonderful job, man. And maybe one of these days it's going to get to a point where it rivals a Comic-Con because it damn sure needs to. It damn sure.
Yeah, well, I always commend him on his everything he does. We love him over here, and definitely got to give him credit for just being able to pull this off every year, and he always gets it bigger and better. You got to give the man credit, man.
Gotta give him his credit because he deserves it. He deserves it. You know.
Yeah.
And
So congratulations to him as usual, again, for another successful run.
Yeah. Now you just if you just get Wesley there for the with the Sons of Blade, that'd be the most epic thing ever.
Yeah, if you can get him there, that'd be great, man. I just that'd be great. That'd be the one I show.
And you know what's funny? You know, I got to go on my cell phone for a minute. But I was on my cell phone when I was on my way to his event, and this girl popped up on my timeline. Her name is. Wait a minute, let me switch this real fast. I don't like doing this when we're on the air. I mess with my cell phone. But I sent her a message. Her name is home messages. Now, how do I messages? Ebony Adams, right? She popped in my timeline. You know who Ebony Adams is? She's the little girl that was in Blade. Remember when he goes and he sees the when he sees the little girl standing there, sitting there, and he says, "Are you okay?" And then the girl gets her to attack him.
Yeah.
Right. That little girl, her real name is Ebony Adams, and she's on Instagram, and her thing even says co-star of Blade, world champ and actress, right? And she does a whole bunch of things where people book her just so she could kick them. I mean, she's got really fast feet. So I hit her up and asked her where she's coming because she's out there doing these tours, and I was like, that'd be something to have her come, for a Blade screening. So I was trying to talk to her. And if I can for a second, I gotta give a personal shout out to my friend Erica Johnson, who I've known since childhood, but her son is a UFC fighter and he won a title belt this weekend. And I was just like, wow. I don't know her son's name. And I'm not even gonna pretend like I do because I don't. But she posted pictures from this weekend. Saturday night, her son won a UFC title. That is not an easy thing to do. That is not easy at all. But congratulations to him. Congratulations to her. I hit her and said, "Oh, so you raised a UFC fighter?" He said, "Hey, listen. As long as he didn't get hurt, I'm okay. As long as he didn't get hurt, I'm okay." So shout out to that young man. I hope your reign is long. I hope your reign is long.
Congratulations. That's a big feat. So
yeah.
Man, we going to definitely. I want to try to reach out to Persia, man, and try to get her on the show.
Oh, let me take that back. Wait a minute. I take that back. The gentleman who I'm talking about, that's my friend Erica Johnson's son, his Shay Johnson, and he won Shay Johnson. I just looked at the video. Okay. His name is Shay Johnson. I cannot see what title he actually won because I can't read it. It just says UFC Fighting Championship. So, but looking at him, it might be like a cruiserweight or something like that. But it doesn't matter. He's a champ. He's a champ.
He's a champ. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
He is a champ. That's what's up, man. So man, we'll get up with y'all next week. We appreciate y'all came through. Chat room was a little dead this week, but they were all popping in. I saw them popping in and popping out. We appreciate y'all.
I saw Yusuf in there. It looks like his cell phone died.
Yeah, I think his phone died. Yeah.
Yusuf, bro.
He was like, yeah, man. You gotta charge your phone, man. We long-winded. You gotta charge your phone when you get on with us. Joseph, of course, always holding us down.
Shout out to Joseph.
He's always like our beloved India, Joseph always coming out there. It's funny because I'm not sure, but if India got the time, she might go with me to see Wakanda Forever. Because,
there you go.
I invited her because I had an extra. I always buy 2 seats anyway. So, and we were supposed to link up for my birthday, and we never did.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, well, hey, if you still want to link, I got that midnight show for Wakanda Forever. If you will come through. So she seems like she wants to. She just said she has to move a couple things around. She wants to do it.
Yeah.
So,
well, if you
cool.
do, make sure you take a picture, the two of y'all together, and post on here. So Jessica say like,
yeah.
And Joseph, we Hot Sugar Tea will be on the air on Friday. I was a little busy the last 3 weeks, Friday, but I will be. We will have a show on Friday.
Right, I have a show on Friday. Man, maybe maybe y'all could talk about it because you would have seen it, and she would have seen it. So y'all
we'll
can
say
discuss.
that. Yeah, if she saw it. If not, we could always say that for the. We got a bunch of stuff to discuss on our show because some things have gone on in the last couple of weeks, and we got to play a little catch up before we go on our Thanksgiving rest.
Yeah. So that's cool. But either way, hopefully she gets a chance to come through and we go see it. But I'm gonna be there regardless. So we'll see. All right, y'all. Thanks for having us. Thanks for sticking with us. Y'all be safe out there. And please stop comparing this. Stop comparing this stuff to slavery. Kyrie Irving, what he's going through has nothing close to slavery. Slavery's didn't get $1 billion, whatever. So y'all have a good night.